What's up, guys? It's Cooper Webb, and you're listening to the MotoXpod.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Aaron Plessinger, and you guys are listening to the MotoXpod.
Save me from myself. My arms and legs are bound like an aging corpse from another world. I'll scream the truth 6 feet underground. Feel alive inside yourself. Watch your enemies dispel. If I could find a way to avoid this fate.
All right, we are back once again with an all-new MotoXpod presented by Yamaha Motor USA and Race Tech. This is episode 365, and we got a killer guest lineup. We have Factory Honda HRC's Progressives, Jett Lawrence. Privateer Justin Starling is going to talk to us about what he's doing next year and some stuff he's going to do with the show. And Toyota Redlands Bar X Yamaha's Dilan Schwartz, who's been crushing it this season. I think some of the best riding he's done, all on the show tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is the Yamaha Motor USA opening chat. As you guys know, at Yamaha Motor USA, we don't just build motorcycles, we engineer legends. From championship podiums to off-road trails, the YZ platform defined dirt bike excellence for the generations. Whether it's the raw two-stroke power of the YZ250, the precision of the YZ250F, or the dominance of the YZ450F, every YZ is built for riders who push harder, ride faster, and demand the best. Unleash victory, ride Yamaha, proven performance, race-ready reliability, Yamaha YZ. Born to win. Check them out at YamahaMotorsports.com. If you guys are watching on YouTube, little new scenery in the studio. We built a wall. Added some of the memorabilia that was kind of hidden before. Oh, are you laughing because I said built the wall?
Yeah, I was just thinking about
I haven't introduced you guys yet. Sorry
what
about
are you trying to keep out?
Yeah. So as always, in studio,
Keep all the Garths out.
the ever reliable Scott Thompson. Just he and I slaving away last night, getting the show ready to go. While the other guys don't know where they were. What's up, Scotty?
What's up, man? Yeah, just making sure everything's ready to go. The new look. Everybody was wondering what was behind the curtain. Yep, that wall was there the whole time.
Nope. That wall got built on Sunday.
By Chase.
Yeah, by me.
By Chase.
No, nobody else was here, man.
Oh, just.
All right, so realistically, Chase was here, and my other co-host, TJ. What's up, TJ?
I didn't do much, so.
Actually, you did a lot, thankfully, because you were giving me shit because I didn't have a plan.
Yeah.
I was just like, let's build a wall. It's going to be like 30 minutes.
It's like
5 hours later?
Stay tuned to the Grill Your Ass Off Beef of the Week with that Sunday.
Yeah,
too.
TJ and his
I don't think it's
lack
beef
of
of the
preparation.
What is it?
it's
Bring the heat.
Bring the heat. Okay.
Speaking of which,
Yeah. Oh, you want to do that now?
we can tell them now.
Let's tell them now.
So, if you're in the chat, if you're in the live chat, we're going to be doing a giveaway of the Grill Your Ass Off sample pack. And whoever is holding the number one plate that is not related to the show, as far as like us two in
TJ
the
and
chat,
Scotty, yeah.
and
Chase.
And Chase,
Yeah,
he's in there
definitely
right
Chase.
now. But whoever has the top rank is going to be able to get that Grill Your Ass Off sample pack, which is amazing. And there's way more than just a sample of every one of those seasonings. Like that sample pack lasts a long time.
Yeah, so when we get to the Grill Your Ass Off, Bring the Heat segment, whoever has the most
whoever's top rank
comments other than you two and Chase will receive the sample pack. So that'd be fun. And then we're also going to give a second one away. Just send an email. Grill your ass off in the subject and let us know why you like the show, what you liked about the show, something, whatever. Just give us a comment about the show and we'll pick a random one. Obviously, I'll need addresses. That's motoxpodshow@gmail.com or go to motoxpod.com and click on the contact link. Also have a few MotoXpod shirts left, large, medium, small. Just a few are left, I think. So you can hit me up the same way, motoxpodshow@gmail.com or motoxpod.com.
And I'd like to say, if you have, we're going to make some more shirts, and we'd like to make them for our listeners, meaning that something on the shirt, like we had talked about, which he won't let us put Sockgate on there.
Yeah, not enough people are going to know what that is.
But something along those lines, some kind of...
I like Don't Be an Idiot.
I like you not to be an idiot, too. So, I mean, that's awesome.
Okay, so yeah, give us some thoughts, though. You can hit us up at those same contact points and let us know what we should put on the next shirt. All right, let's do a few things before we get to Jett Lawrence. He's coming up in about 10 minutes. So, first of all, winners last week from the contest. The MotoXpod shirt went to Mickey Arno, and the dark shirt went to Nick Taylor.
Yeah.
So thanks for those guys. Also, MotoXpod.com if you want to add your submission for hidden gems, which is if you have a local track that everybody knows about or nobody knows about, but you think is really cool and should get a feature, there is a hidden gems tab at the top of MotoXpod.com. You can click on it, and there's drop downs, or you can click, what kind of sole type, what kind of gate they have, upload some photos, and we will make a feature out of it on MotoXpod.com.
Can they send in like riding areas where maybe there's a trail
Sure.
network somewhere?
Yep.
That's what
you
I'm
can do that
interested
too.
in.
Yep, you can do that too.
Yep.
Okay, so there was some drama this week. Not everybody knows about it. I know a little bit about it, but GL, Grant Langston, and David Pingree on their show on Whiskey Throttle were they were talking about media in general, and they weren't happy with some situations. And really, they called out our guy, Lewis Phillips, a little bit or a lot, I guess, for mainly his Prado interview a few weeks ago. And they thought it was kind of rude, and they said it was kind of unprofessional. And Ping took a couple personal shots at Lewis, which I didn't like. And I like Ping. He and I have a decent relationship. Grant and I have always had a decent relationship. But I went and listened to it after I had heard about it, and I wasn't really stoked on it. So I called Ping and kind of told him like how I feel about Lewis and how I respect Lewis and why I respect Lewis. And I really got the impression that Ping really didn't know Lewis, right? He just kind of knew what he'd seen in that interview.
Right.
And I guess I need to get more general. Just in general, them talking about media as a whole, I don't really feel like other media needs to bash other media. In general, like, do your own thing, man. Like, let's say that Lewis was being a jerk to Prado and did crappy media and it was just clickbait. So what? Okay, let him do it.
But I honestly don't consider those guys media per se.
Well, they do get credentials at time. Like Whiskey Throttle has a guy at the race every weekend, pretty much.
Oh, that's
It's called Whiskey Throttle Media.
Well, I thought that
he works with. He helps Ping.
I thought that was the guy for the original.
No. That guy doesn't do anything anymore.
Stole his idea.
No, stop. But the point is, why bother? Why do you,
Right.
I don't know. It's society shit anyway, where all we do is be negative. But Lewis, first of all, you didn't know Lewis. I know I'm negative. I saw that look. You're right. Lewis does a fantastic job. So I was kind of bummed that like clearly Ping really didn't know where Lewis came from, what his history is, what his relationships with the riders are. And I told him that, look, I think Prado was a little bit frustrated in that interview at the time, but he and Lewis have a good relationship, and they talked for like an hour and a half afterwards, just shooting the shit, and everything's cool. And Ping's like, well, I didn't know that. Well, no, you don't know that, right? So
don't say stuff like that.
So maybe you could say, like, it'd be perfectly fine to go, hey, I watched this interview, and I thought Lewis might have been a little aggressive. I wouldn't have done that. Okay, fine. But like, you don't have to bash, right? And say they suck. And they kind of got into a point where it's like, it's shitty media. And I didn't really like that. Like, that's not necessary.
Do you think that, like, we know certain people don't like certain people? Like those guys aren't the biggest fans of Mathis. Do you think
Ping
that
doesn't? You're right. Both those guys don't like.
They're not the biggest. Yeah, we're just going to say not the biggest fan.
Yep.
But do you think that their dislike for Mathis and then it kind of bleeds over to people who are friends with or work with Mathis? Do you think that instantly?
I don't think so, because he like when I talked to Ping and he offered us a spot on his website for our show if we wanted, and he's like, I know
awesome.
I know you're friends with Steve. I don't care. I don't have a problem with you. So no, I don't think that's what it is. I think he legitimately really didn't know Lewis's background,
right, and
didn't understand that one, Lewis is a dry or a sarcastic sense of humor.
Yeah.
And that he really is that close with those guys. But at the same time, he doesn't have to understand that.
Right.
Like, why comment on it?
That makes sense.
Is it really necessary? Like, there are media people out there that I'm not a fan of. I don't really need to talk about it.
Yeah.
Whatever. We just do our own thing. What's the point?
Yeah, we don't bash people on here unless it's people we know and we like.
Like you guys. Yeah. I mean, obviously, you guys suck.
But maybe it's like the whole deal. Like, if you didn't know the relationship that, let's just say that that like we use Mathis and Phil Nicoletti have, and then you hear them going back and forth. You're like, but he's being a dick to Phil Nicoletti for no reason,
or how he's been to me over the years.
Well, he doesn't like you.
No, he doesn't.
But
but I didn't want anybody to know that. But all right, cool.
But anyways, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's just like, first of all, I feel Lewis is certainly on the podium of motocross media. Period.
Yeah.
Like Adam Wheeler's really great. Steve's really great. But when it comes, I think Lewis is probably top, maybe the best.
Yeah.
And there are people that hate on Lewis because of his accent. Again, that is ridiculous. What's the point? If you don't like it, don't listen. But it's just, it bummed me out. And Ping was kind of like, I don't know if I should repeat this. It was a private conversation, but I think he talked about it later. He said, admittedly, I'd had a few drinks.
Yeah.
I probably took it too far. I said, if you got to know Lewis, I think you'd really like him. And he's like, yeah, maybe I need to do that. And he said, I appreciate you calling me and let me know that because I didn't know these things, which kind of like, well, then why would you say them?
Justin Starling is in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be on later.
Yep.
We can ask him, or you can answer this for him, because he asked, is the media in every other sport is like that, or is it just ours? I don't watch other sports.
I don't know. I don't follow enough. Probably some.
Like, do the media in the golf game, do they argue with each other, Scotty?
Like in this capacity, no. My my contention on it was that they were giving Lewis a hard time because he wasn't a professional racer.
That was another point.
And it's like, okay, well, like 99.9% of other media in the NFL or whatever, they weren't professional.
They weren't all, yeah. Kellen, you said you listened to LBK? One of you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Kellen brought that up. Like, Lewis and Kellen have a degree in journalism.
To say that Lewis shouldn't be interviewing people because he didn't race professional motocross is where I had a problem with it.
Yeah, because obviously, no, we can't relate to what Prado's feeling necessarily exactly right now, but we can certainly talk about why some things are good, why some things are bad, how things should be handled. We can a journalist can have an opinion on that and report on that.
But like, it's what another thing that kind of irritates me with how how the media is judged. It's like it's pretty obvious that it's not going well for Prado. Like, yeah. Like, what are we supposed to? Are you supposed to ask him about lollipops and sugar plums? It
did feel like Ping and GL wanted more of like, hey, we know you're struggling, and it's going to get better.
Other people have done that, and he says, no, it's not okay until I win.
Yeah.
People have tried to give him those layup questions, and then he responds that way to them.
Right, and I think Lewis's statement, or when he went to Prado, was something along the lines, wow, you're really struggling right now, or it's been a struggle, which it has been. And if you have a friendship with a rider like that, it shouldn't be that big of a deal, right? If I went up to a rider who can't stand me and I said that, they'd probably be like, yeah, I don't want to talk to you. Maybe so. And that'd be fine. But the way he presented it, I think, was fine. He was stating a fact that is happening. It is a struggle. No big deal, in my opinion.
I could also, so like in other sports, like I watch a lot of NFL stuff, and there's a lot of like former athletes that are in like the analyst position where they'll break down film, or they'll talk about like other players that whether they played against or played with or were teammates with. They do that, but I don't consider those guys to actually be like the actual journalist.
Yeah.
They're more of analyst. I could see our sport's kind of too small to really have that kind of specified. I could see where you could consider Ping and GL as more of like analysts because they did race and stuff like that. Like, yes, they're lumped into the journalism circle because they have their, website and everything. But I think that if Lewis didn't have any interviews with Prado and was just he just got on the microphone and just started maybe like just having his opinion on Prado in this way without any facts, like maybe you could say that was a problem. Yeah. But that's not what happened. Lewis is a journalist. He went and interviewed the rider, and that was the answer.
Yeah. We're getting off in the weeds a little bit, but we got our first guest of the night on.
Okay.
He's going to be brought to you tonight by Racetech. Building a reliable world-class engine requires a combination of state-of-the-art equipment and experienced, knowledgeable technicians. Racetech provides quality precision engine services using the best equipment and processes in the industry. Visit racetech.com to find your local service center. We'll talk more about Racetech in a little bit, but tonight Race Take brings us from the Factory Honda HRC Progressive team. Maybe the best rider in the world right now, Jett Lawrence. What's up, Jett?
Hey, brother, how we doing?
We're doing good, man. Doing good. Really glad to have you on. It's been a couple years, man. Haven't done that many podcasts in a while, so we're honored to have you on tonight.
Yeah, I'm normally pretty bad with talking, so I don't do much podcast, but and my attention span doesn't last that long, so. But,
Yeah, I hear you.
no, I'm glad to be on, and I'm thankful to be on. So
Well, I appreciate it, man. We won't keep you too terribly long. We're going to talk a little bit about some racing stuff, maybe a few other questions, not so much racing related. But just starting off, I want to ask about the first really major injury of your career in Supercross and coming back from that, because we haven't had a chance to talk to you on the show since then. What was that recovery like for you? Were you surprised by it being difficult, easy? Just talk about the injury recovery.
I think the biggest thing was, the tough thing was, it's like how much like you can actually push your knee. Like once the surgery's done, and I mean, there's a little bit of a week or so like that you have of kind of not moving it, or like you actually no, scratch that.
Okay.
You got to move it pretty fast actually after like a day or so. I think I was in a machine that helped move my knee, and then trying to get my knee fully straight and then to bend it as far as I can. It's still like I still have troubles now. Like I can't go on my knees really at all because it kind of hurts my knee still. So, but it's really just how high your pain tolerance is, man. Like, how far are you willing to push your knee to get it to bend more, to get its muscle again? Because obviously my muscles just went completely gone, like I spent 5 years or how many years of training that muscle to get to where it was. And then within a week or so, it was just all gone in my like kind of upper quad and thigh. So like that was the difficult thing of looking at my leg and going, oh my gosh, like everything that I've worked is gone. So like trying to fire them again, and like I was putting a towel underneath my knee and just trying to push that towel into the ground, and then having my heel like up on something, because I struggled to get my knee straight. Bending it was not too bad, but trying to get my knee straight was such a difficult thing to do that I'd put my knee up on something or my heel, and then I'd go put like ankle weights on top of my knee, and then also me push down on my knee to try and get it straight because it wouldn't fully go straight. And that's obviously painful because obviously your knee don't want to go straight. Your muscles are all tensed up because it feels like it's bad if it goes straight. So it was more of a mental struggle of trying to go thinking and tricking yourself of going like, this pain's good pain in a way.
Yeah.
Like it's actually doing it some good. And that was the difficult thing at first because like, yeah, it needs it to be able to get better and stronger. And I was listening to other people like Burner's gone through ACL surgeries, stuff like that, same as my brother Hunter. So like trusting them and going, all right, like, so I was on a cycle bike after 2 or so weeks, I think 2 or 3 weeks, or like on week 4, I started to cycle like on a stationary. And then I think literally not like a few days after I started like on an electric road bike and started going riding. But
okay,
it was, it was difficult mentally with the pain of trying to push it throughout every day. But I woke up every day pushing as best as I can to get my knee straight, to get the strengthness in it again and be comfortable in it again so I can make it back for outdoors.
Yeah. Were you worried that maybe you wouldn't make it back for outdoors, or was that never really a concern?
No, that was a really big worry because originally the doctor said 4 months, and 4 months for me was when it was 4 months till I can start riding. And so I got surgery on a Tuesday, and 4 months was going to be the Tuesday after Parla.
Oh.
So, and that's when I could start riding. So it was it was a very big worry at first. And, I got determined and was like, nah, I'm making outdoors no matter if I have a 2 or so weeks under my belt of riding outdoors or a week of riding outdoors. I don't care. I want to make it. And I just worked my ass off in there doing PT with Dr. G in there every single day. I basically was spending most of my time probably 5 hours of doing PT, and then I'd go back and then I'd go mountain bike with Johnny and then do 2 hours on the mountain bike. And I was just doing 2 hours every single day on the mountain bike just to get the strength and get my fitness back up, because my fitness was just gone. It just dropped after like 3 weeks. So I was hitting like 200, like my heart was at 200 like easily. So trying to get my fitness back up again is like starting from zero almost.
Hey, this is TJ. Did you happen to have, and I've had knee surgery a couple of times, have you ever had where it popped and it was like where it broke some of the, what do you call it, the scar tissue, and then it's feeling better afterwards? Or was it like, were you able to work all that scar tissue out from the beginning?
We have at home I invested in a lot of machines. So we have an acoustic that helps break up hard blood clots and stuff like that. And then also breaks up scar tissue and kind of breaks that up a bit. I mean, I had one moment where I literally had I was resting I had my left leg bent. I had my bad knee resting on my right leg, a left leg, and it kind of fell and went fully bent. And this was at like 5 weeks, and it hurt like hell, and it cracked a bit. And it was the most pain I felt in a pretty while, since I broke it. So that could have done it maybe a little bit also, but I've been using the acoustic machine on my leg and going over the scars to break them up and around my kneecap and stuff like that.
Well, guys like us don't have that, so we just have to wait until we bend it too much and rip that scar tissue and then cry inside a little bit.
Well, you can go make your way to Dr. G. It's called Range Sport Therapy. He has every machine that I have. Basically, I basically just have Dr. G's office in my house. So we basically get the same stuff as me.
All right, Jett, let's talk a little bit about your season so far outdoors and some of your records real quick. The normal stuff that we always talk about with you, but we got to get this done. Look, I think it's 22 of 24 rounds of professional motocross you've won, something like 40 of 48 motos. Dude, your record's incredible. And we ask you all the time, like, do you have more in the tank? And you don't always know how to answer that. But like the mental side, the pressures of always and the expectations of always performing, does that ever weigh heavy on you? Or because you seem like you kind of seem like it's nonchalant. Like, man, you just go out there and ride. But I feel like those pressures have to weigh on you.
I mean, I think like at first maybe, yeah, but now I think it sounds arrogant, but I've won so many races now that's kind of like, I don't really think about it so much of like I got to win. I just kind of, even before, I'd still just focus on the task at hand, like whether if I knew I was going to win or if I wasn't. Like I just got to execute this, and if I do my laps and ride like myself, I know I have a pretty decent chance of winning. But I got to make sure I execute A, B, and C. So it's like I just kind of break it down and make it simple for myself, so I don't overthink it and put pressure on myself. So I think it's very easy to go down a rabbit hole of overthinking some things, especially at this level. But I think me simplifying it for my brain has just been it works, and I just got to do this and this and this. And if I do those things correct, this can possibly give me the best chance to win, so.
Makes sense. Scotty?
Yeah, Jett, along with that, how do you continue to find motivation since winning has become kind of more expected? What continues to kind of light the fire for you and make you want to continue your career and chase those records like, the 72 wins and stuff like that?
I mean, well, the first thing, I hate losing. I think that's a big key. I mean, losing sucks. Sometimes I accept it, but losing is a pain in the ass. So personally, I try not to do it much, and that's what I think motivates me the most is just losing or failing. And then, obviously I have my long-term goals, and I want to try and get to those, like you said, the 72 wins, and that's in Supercross. And who knows, I have that goal, but I'm going to try my best and win as many Supercross as I can, but I'm not going to go kill myself for it, at the end of the day, I still go for championships. Like, I get paid more for going for a championship than a win record. You know, obviously I get a little bit more purse because I get the overall like main event wins and stuff like that. I get bonus from that, but at the end of the day, you get paid more to win a championship. So, you know,
Yeah.
I still have those goals that I want to go after. I think that'll definitely motivate me. But it'll change. You know, at a certain point, I'll go. You know, I could go. You know, those goals, those records. Yeah, I couldn't care less. You know, it's at the end of the day, it's just like a bit of a pissing contest where it's like, oh, I'm the best, and I don't think I need a record to show that for me to know that I'm the best that I am. You know, so I think at the end of the day, if I can get close to those records, hell yeah, I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna take that opportunity and go with it. But if not, I'm not gonna waste any more thought on trying to do it, because at the end of the day, it's just a number on paper that doesn't make me who I am.
Oh, I love that answer, actually. Okay, so 2 things on being the best, quote unquote, the best. One, I need you. I had Cooper Webb on last week. First of all, did you hear or see anything about what Cooper said on our show about you last week?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I'm going to play that for you in a minute. But what I want to know is I want you to step outside of Jett Lawrence's shoes a little bit. And if you had to race you every week, a guy that most often gets the start, most often wins, kind of everybody knows, like, this is the guy to beat, and he's really almost impossible to beat regularly. How do you, like, do you think you would get dejected at some point? Be like, okay, he's just the best. I don't know what to do.
Gosh.
Like, yeah, put yourself in some of these other guys' shoes.
I don't know. I definitely. I think it beats on the mental a little bit, but then again, like, I think I'd still be comfortable with myself with going, you know, like, okay, yeah, he's the best, but I'm giving the best I got, so this is the best I have. But I'd still try, and if it's not me and someone else, but it's me, and I'll work my ass off to try and beat that person for sure. Like, I'd figure out a way. But if I'm not me, then I don't know. Probably try to cheat.
Okay. All right. So before I play you this Cooper Webb clip, are you aware that Coop's real first name is Paul? Paul Cooper Webb?
Wait, what?
Yeah. So his first name is Paul. It's Paul Cooper Webb. And it's going to be important for this audio.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude, I've known him for a while. I never knew his name was Paul.
Well, now you know. So
I always called him Coop.
Yeah, well, most people do. But all right, I'm going to play this audio, but you'll need to know that information. So listen.
Okay, got it. 10-4.
Cooper, I need you. Can you hear that when I played it a second?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay, here we go. Cooper, I need you to step away from the phone, and I need to talk to Paul for a minute. Let's talk to Paul Webb. Okay, fan of the sport. Maybe you're done racing. Maybe you're just kind of sitting at the house. What do you see in this Jett Lawrence guy that is making him what he is? Now, Cooper's not going to want to answer that question.
No, I'm not. I don't want to believe what I'm saying.
Okay. Why? What are you seeing, Paul?
My personal opinion.
Yeah.
And I got to race this guy for a long time.
No, Cooper has to race him. Paul's just chilling at the house.
Yeah, you're right. Paul's at the house. I just think he has it all. And he will be the best to ever do it, in my personal opinion.
Wow.
When it's all said and done. To be the best in the world, you got to race the best in the world. And he certainly is, right? And I just think, like I said, I've spent time around him, and I think he checks all the boxes where I think he's by far the most talented guy to throw a leg on the bike possibly ever. He also works just as hard as some of the gnarliest guys there are. There's no shortcuts. I think that's just kind of what you're getting is almost like if you were to build a perfect racer, that's what you have.
So that's what he had to say about you.
That's pretty sick. So, I mean, I have a lot of respect for Cooper. Obviously, like you said, he's been around me, and I've been around him, and I still look back on the days in 22, I think, when he was on KTM, and he was at we didn't own it at that point. It was 83 compound, and I honestly think that was some of the most funnest like off seasons I've had with training with Coop, because he is a hard worker, and I definitely got a lot of my motivation and a lot of things off of him because he has such a hard work ethic. And the biggest thing I think that impressed me most with him is no matter what it was during the week or practice, in the main event, he would always show up. I think that's for me, I respect that a lot, because to be able to do that, it's very difficult. No matter how like terrible a day you're having in practice, this ain't working. To be able to figure it out in the main, just deal with it, I think is really cool. So I mean, to hear that from Cooper, that's awesome. I have a lot of respect for Cooper because he's a gnarly dude, and I mean, even this off, like when I was injured in Supercross, I was cheering for Cooper. So
Nice. So
it was that's really cool to hear. That's sick.
Well, don't give him any props because that didn't come from Cooper. That came from Paul.
Okay, Paul. Sorry, my bad.
Jett Lawrence tonight brought to you by Race Tech. We got about 5 or 6 more minutes with him, so yeah, we'll get a few more questions in.
Yeah, hey, Jett, we talked earlier about you coming back from the injury and the timing of it and everything, and it was pretty apparent that you were still trying to get comfortable in the first couple of rounds, although it didn't really show in the results. You still won. The last couple of rounds, I know Washougal was a little different. It's not your favorite track, but Millville and Redbud was so dominating. The rides from the back of the pack was so entertaining, and it was really cool to see you kind of really turn it on, kind of not for the first time, but it was something that we hadn't seen this season. Was that just the stars aligning of the injury healing up and the bike getting there, or was that, what take us through those moments and what it felt like to charge through the pack?
It was obviously it wasn't as fun as leading because I got filled in with roost in my mouth and everything, so that wasn't very great. But it was, I think, just feeling comfortable on the bike and just starting to feel more and more comfortable going fast. I think it's a big thing, and it sounds arrogant, but I would kind of, like we spoke in the first break after High Point, with my dad, just obviously because we have dinner still together. I'm still at home with my parents and kind of talking. He's like, after a few laps when I get into the lead, I kind of waver a bit. I don't hold the same lap times that I was holding the laps before very easily. So it's what we got working on was kind of just holding those lap times, and started doing that. And just kind of at Southwick, I just did that. I just wanted to hold my lap time, and I felt good. I felt strong. My leg felt strong, and it started to click. And like you said, Washougal's kind of not my track. It's not my favorite track. It's a track with a limited amount of speed. And obviously the first moto, I think I didn't ride it very well. But I think just being more comfortable on the bike, I think, is what helped me, and just being confident with my decisions on the bike and being comfortable with the speed that I know I can hold, and kind of more just like training day laps. I think on race day, I go to relax and just hold that certain gap. I'll just hold at 5 seconds. But then I'm like, I almost make more mistakes then than when I'm actually, just go for my lap times. I'll just try and hold my lap times. So it's kind of been more of just trying to hold that lap time that I know I can.
Well, the Redbud one, Moto 2, was nuts, but that's been talked about. I got 3 more quick questions for you. Team Australia MXDN team was announced. Obviously, it's you, Hunter, and Kyle Webster again. Per last year, team class significations haven't been announced yet. Can we please get you an MX2?
I mean, I'd love to get on MX. I would love to. I mean, I love repping a 250 every now and then.
Yeah.
I think after Nations last year, when I came back, I actually jumped on Chance's bike. And I think I know the track, I think it was pretty flat that day, but I mean, I ran faster lap times on the 250 than I did with my 450 when it was a little rough. So, yeah. I mean, I'd love to, but then again, I did my time on my 250. I didn't have time of eating roost, and I think I've earned my way to stay on a 450.
Yeah, I think you're right. All right, well, we could dream though. See, obviously we want to see you and Hayden go at it now, not next year. But all right, last 2. This is kind of a deep one. What would you like your legacy to be when it's all said and done?
I don't know. I never really thought of that. I mean, which do you want? What type of answer you wanting?
Just whatever comes to mind. Like when you're, let's say, Chad Reed's age, right? Or the James Stewart, and maybe you come back to the sport and do some announcing. Like, what do you want that current generation to think of Jett Lawrence?
The GOAT of their generation would be aim. I mean, and that's it's no disrespect to Ricky Carmichael at all. He is the GOAT for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I still got a long ways to go after him. I mean, I still got to try and get out another perfect season if I want to get close to it, So, I don't know. I don't think I want to take it from Ricky, but I'd love to stand up next to him. Is what I'd probably say. Is be somewhat closer equivalent to Ricky Carmichael. I think would be awesome.
Okay, that's a great answer. Last one.
Hold on. Is it you don't want to be known for the Aurora farming?
The Aura farming?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's better being known for up with one of the greats. I think cooler than Aura farming.
Yeah.
So I think Aura naturally comes with that.
There you go. Yeah.
All right, this is just a fun one. When you're done and retired, or maybe before, is there a bucket list event race that you would like to go do? It may be an off-road race or just some special race.
I'm not sure. Does it have to be dirt bikes?
Nope, could be anything you want to do.
Honestly, I would actually it would take a lot of training, but I'd love to compete in either a golf tournament or even maybe race a MotoGP bike.
Wow, that's two very different answers, but that's good. Well, yeah, I think
stay away from the MotoGP bikes. We've lost great riders to MotoGP.
Jean-Michel Bale.
Yeah, Jean-Michel Bale. So you just keep on the dirt bike.
Yeah, it depends. Depends how many more injuries I have. I might just go to golf because I know golf ain't gonna hurt me as bad.
All right. That's awesome. Well, Jett, dude, we kept you 23 minutes, so I appreciate your time. It means a lot for you to jump on here with us. And, yeah, can't wait to see you back in a couple. We got 2 more weeks, I think, off before you got to be back at it.
Perfect. No, thanks heaps for having me on. I appreciate it. And, yeah, we'll see you boys in a few weeks. So, yeah, thank you for having me on.
Yes, sir. Have a good night. Thanks, Jett.
You too.
All right.
See ya.
That's Jett Lawrence Night, brought to you by Race Tech. That was fun. Yeah? Anybody?
Yeah. He was, he probably had no clue his second time being on the podcast.
I doubt it. Yeah. I mean, honestly, he probably, if he saw me, he would know who I was. I don't know that he could put that together. Probably not. Yeah. We don't have that kind of.
Can you imagine being that famous in something like motocross or any sport in general where, I mean, obviously, I don't think he would do it on purpose, but not knowing people that are in the media just because there's so many people around him.
I do think he knows me as dark side, but I didn't say that. I didn't, even when I texted him, I didn't say, so I don't, and Darren, even when I texted him, I said, this is Jamie, and Darren was like, what's up, dark side?
Yeah.
So he knows, so he might have
what I'm
told
getting
Jett.
at is you're just so famous and being pulled from so many ways. And it's not just him. There's in other sports, in basketball or football, those people that are that famous that anyways.
Yeah, it would have been cool to ask him about the Met Gala and stuff, but everybody keeps asking.
I have it on my notes.
But everybody
yeah,
asks
we
about that.
kind of knocked out a lot of stuff. I thought that was fun. It was a little bit of racing, I think that was good. I want to go back to Race Tech for a minute. TJ, this is something you might be interested in. I know Michael Dean Gage, who's at Loretta's right now, would be interested in.
Yeah, he said some good rides. Well, I think he had one that wasn't so good, but.
Yeah, I saw Chase's text, but I haven't had a chance to look at results.
I'll look it up.
TJ, do you want to become a better suspension tuner for your race team, your business, or just for yourself?
Just for myself, for sure.
Want to make profit or suspension doing performance? Wow. Want to make profit on suspension performance?
I like money.
Okay. How does suspension evaluating really work?
Well,
I don't know.
It's a black.
Just
it's
say
a
I
black
don't know.
art.
Say I don't know.
It's a black art. I don't know.
Okay. Want to know why? The why behind the what?
I need to.
Not just guesses and rumors, TJ. Racetech Technical Edge Suspension and Engine Seminars have educated a majority of the industry's top tuners, and they have seats available in this year's class coming up in October. Tell me why you're laughing.
Because you have to actually want to be there to learn something.
Huh?
I know somebody who went to one and everything went over
No,
their head.
I wanted to learn, but I'm too dumb to figure it out. It's like, I'm dumb when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah, Darkside was over there like...
After like around lunchtime on day one, I was like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
Go
Go ahead and talk because I got
You need to talk to them and say if they actually want to send somebody there who will learn and be able to promote their stuff properly, send someone like me who's already
acting like an idiot.
That's for you.
Yes, I am playing it for
Don't be an idiot. Changed my life.
I think.
Ooh.
I think I sound like Scotty now.
Hey.
No, I think Michael Dean Gage may be going. He might go.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, yeah. So the point is he does it for a living sometimes, part time.
I was making a joke
Yeah.
about him being part of the show and investing all of his time and energy into the show and
No, 'cause
sending
he
him.
does it for a living. My point in that really awful transition that I was trying to make.
Yeah. Off the rails. Okay.
If you've ever wanted to learn about suspension or engine building, more detailed and all the technical professional side of it, Racetech has classes. You can go to racetech.com and find out about those classes and when they are. Any day of the week, you can go find out. And I think that, like you said, there's still, or the read says there's still openings for the suspension class. Yes,
and it fills
I
up
did not
quick.
understand it, but I'm not good with that kind of stuff. So yeah, but it's a really cool class for people that really maybe you already do a little bit of it, or you kind of understand, you want to get into it. The classes are very detailed. And
did they cover like suspension theory and stuff like that? Oh, I
yeah,
love
all that stuff.
That stuff sounds so
yeah.
awesome.
Paul Theed, owner of Racetech, gives all his knowledge away so that you can you could be a Racetech service center, or honestly, you could still just do your own thing. He's willing to give that information away. Might as well take him up on it. But we appreciate Racetech and Yamaha Motor USA for being presenting sponsors of this MotoXpod. MotoXpod.com. Please go to the website. Please go to our YouTube. Scotty, can you put that QR code up for the YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
The website one still doesn't work. I got to figure that out. But you can go to our YouTube. I don't know. You know what? That's done. We decided this last week. They're already
YouTube?
on the YouTube channel. So never mind.
Well,
You can put it up.
it's up there anyways.
But anyway, hey, Foley, our boy Foley's watching. Brian Fullerton from Cherby's and Sycra.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get Talon and Foley to come on board with the show as one of our sponsors. Cherby's used to be a sponsor of our show,
and I still buy their product. I just bought a tank.
Well, we're working on.
Should have waited a couple months.
We're working on possibly a partnership with Sycra, which would be really cool.
That'd be cool.
They're sister.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly the details, but they're part of Cherby's. We love Cherby's USA. Sycra has great products. Brian Fullerton, who's kind of saved my life in the Bradshaw. If you guys, do you think anybody remembers that?
What's that?
When I crashed Bradshaw's bike?
No one
No,
remembers that.
it's not like it gets brought up weekly on another podcast or anything.
Not at all.
Oh.
No, it's gone.
Oh shit! That's David Bradshaw's bike. I just.
I remember it.
Brian was there, and Brian was a former EMT, and he kind of saved my life a little bit. I mean, I don't think I was actually going to die, but he damn sure came down and made sure, kept me calm. Go ahead.
What all was it? Punctured lung, cracked ribs?
It was collapsed lung.
Collapsed
Kind
lung?
of same thing. It's. I think like I broke some
basically a
ribs.
bruised lung.
I broke like 3 or 4 ribs, but when I think the ribs pop out, they clip their lung, and it that one actually did not require a chest tube, so it wasn't fully punctured, I think.
So yeah, but still it sucked.
But it sucked. And yeah, thankfully Fully was there for me. Because that was actually, I've probably told this many times, but the only time where I thought I might actually die.
Yeah.
The first 5 minutes, or maybe not even that long, when I couldn't get air. Yeah, and there was a dude that finally stopped and was like, hey, go up by the X brand of Cherby's thing and go get the guy to stand there. It's Brian. I need him. Get his ass down here.
Yeah.
Because I needed somebody to hold my hand, man.
Yeah.
I'm sad. I'm scared. I think we need to do X brand forum check-in. We've got about 20 minutes before we get to Justin Starling. I just said that. I said it again. The X Brand forum check-in.
Yeah.
It's not X Brand forum check-in anymore
Oh, that's true.
because we don't have a forum on MotoXpod.com. It is the X Brand emails. Gotta find that read.
You are batting 1,000.
Hey, you don't worry about me.
Okay.
X Brand, see clear.
We try not to.
Ride fearless. With X Brand goggles, vision is your advantage. Engineered for clarity, comfort, and durability. X goggles keeps you focused, your focus sharp through roost, rain, and ruts. Trusted by champions, built for every rider. Crystal clear optics, all day comfort, zero distractions. Ride EKS because every second counts. xbrand.com, EKSbrand.com. That's it. EKS brand emails. Let me open those things up and we will see what we have here. That's great. I didn't get any screenshots.
Fully said you were fine. You should have just hopped into the back of the truck and not a $1,000 ambulance ride.
Yeah, well, I thought I was going to die fully. Okay, Jason Henninger, with how bad things are going with Prado, is there any way for Kawasaki to get out of the contract or part ways with him? I don't see this relationship getting any better. I've never seen a rider blatantly put all blame on the machine. Curious as if you think anything will happen. So this is definitely not my area of expertise, but we've seen contracts broken many, many times, especially if they both are unhappy. Sure, he could get out of the contract if Kawasaki wants to let him go and he wants out.
It's like mutual, right?
I don't know that it necessarily. I mean, if they get upset
It wasn't
with
mutual for Davey Millsap.
Yeah, I don't know that it has to necessarily be mutual. I mean, do you think Prado's gonna like if let's say Kawasaki said
it depends on the terminology of the contract. Like if it's a results-based contract and he's not meeting the results,
whoever has the best lawyers.
Yeah, I don't think our motocross contracts are bulletproof by any means.
Yeah.
So yes, I do think he could get out. And again, this is a spot where Lewis Phillips would have a lot more information. But I wouldn't be like blown away if he's not at Kawasaki next year.
Really?
Just because of how unhappy he seems to be. And like if I was Kawasaki, he'd be like, yeah, enough's enough. Shut up, man.
Yeah.
Quit talking about our machine like this.
I feel like behind the scenes, it's probably not like it is in front of the camera. I think that's just how they talk. Does that make sense?
Well, I said a few weeks ago, and I don't know if you were here, I had somebody from the team message me and say he hates the bike. He doesn't like the people on the team. He's not happy with the engine. He's not happy with the frame. He's not happy with anything.
Wow.
Now, whether that's accurate or not, I don't know. That's what I got.
So I saw a post today, and it was they were releasing the 2026 Cowie 450s, and there was like a picture of the 2026 on top of the 2025. And a lot of people were making comments on how like it doesn't seem like the bike's changed that much. Blah blah blah. This, but all they did was put new graphics on it, all that kind of stuff.
Green KTM.
Yeah. But what do you think that kind of view of that bike is any different if Prado's not having this lack of success this season?
What do you mean?
Do you think if Prado's like winning or getting second every weekend, and then that same post comes up, do you think it's got a different comment thing to it?
Oh, I'm sure it would have slightly different. Yeah, that has to influence.
That goes back to your point of like, I mean, Cowie's got to be at some point like.
Yeah, absolutely. That influences some people for sure.
Yeah.
There's how many people you go, oh yeah, I want this bike because like Cooper Webb's winning on Yamaha, I want a Yamaha.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It doesn't matter that they can't ride the bike at that level, and that bike's
like
not even the bike Prado's not the bike Prado's riding is not the bike you're buying, but that doesn't really matter. People do think that way. So sure, yeah, it's got to have an effect. But yeah, to answer your question, Jason, yes, I can see a few different directions where that could happen. Again, I think Lewis might have some information on what's going on because he kind of knows Prado. But
what has to happen for him to get better? To go to like I've heard stuff saying like get him a production bike, start with that, and start just adding stuff to it.
Sure, give it a shot. I can't answer that because he's just not happy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it sucks, man, because that Cowie's trying. Like, we had his mechanic on, and that guy, he's not just over there he's not giving up. Like
you don't really know though. Maybe he is. Maybe look, if you are working for a company and you need something to do your job, you feel like you need a particular thing to do your job, and no matter what they do, even if they're trying, they can't give you what you need. At some point, you go, I'm not going to be able to do my job to the best of my ability.
Like if you have a podcast and you can't do it,
quit hitting the table, please.
And you quit and you can't do it, then you quit that job and go work at a different job.
you talking to yourself?
No, to him.
I think he's talking to me, but I don't really get the.
Making a joke about you having a good paying job. And then you
Oh,
quit.
the AC job I quit so I could do the podcast
So
because
that-
I care about our
So
listeners. Yes.
the question is, would Prado take a
HVAC job.
an HVAC job?
I
Would
know
he
a spot open.
Yeah, would he take a lower paying job? And anyways,
So, okay, yeah, I bet he would be willing to take less money. I don't think that's on the table, but
right.
let's say Factory Honda US came and said, hey, we're going to cut your pay by 10%, but we're going to give you the same bike Jett and Hunter are riding. And if he felt like he could go win championships on that, then he'd probably be like, okay, sure.
Yep.
Probably, maybe, I don't know him well enough. Maybe he's more motivated by money. I don't know.
What if he goes over there and it's still not there?
Well,
then he'd
I
only
don't
make
know
it
what to tell
10%
you.
less.
But yes, I kind of lost my train of thought there. I don't know what they can do to make it better because I think my point was mentally he might be at a point where he doesn't think it's ever going to work. And if you're at that point, it doesn't matter what they do. You're mentally like done. He's over it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know him well enough or talk to him enough to know if that's even in play yet. Right?
Yeah, it's definitely one of like the most bizarre like unfoldings that we've seen in a long time. Like it's just been really crazy to watch develop every week. Yeah, like I mean,
So,
yeah.
So we got a little bit before we get Justin on. So we got a couple more emails. TJ, you're out. You're excluded on this one. You'll be glad you're excluded, but even if you wanted to be in, you're out. This is from Michael. He wants to know you and me, Scotty's top five. This is not the T-Boat USA top five, but top five guitar players, which is impossible for me.
Yeah,
It's impossible. But I'll give you the ones that come to mind first. If you want me to go.
you go ahead.
Randy Rhoads is my number one.
Yeah, that's mine.
My buddy Monty Pittman, plays for Madonna, is one of my favorite to listen to. I'm going to go Joe Bonamassa right now. I think my list was different last night. Jeez. Like Satriani. I'll go Satriani.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's hard for me to pull some of these names out.
John Five.
Can
Okay.
I ask a question?
Who was John 5 for?
He played for Rob Zombie. He was a
That's
monster for a
right.
few minutes.
Okay.
but His solo stuff's incredible.
Why isn't somebody like Stevie Ray Vaughan not?
I love Stevie Ray. He's up there.
Is he okay?
Yeah.
Because to me,
He's amazing.
I don't listen to a lot of the music you listen to, so I don't know those people. I mean, Monty's my favorite, but that's only because I've met him, got to hang out with him.
Yeah.
But seriously, like if I think of great guitar players, I would think of him or like.
I mean, there's so many. It's like that's why I say it's impossible because you got Hendrix,
they would all
and
be
there's different
Hendrix
styles,
and classic rock stuff.
Clapton. There's so many different types of playing. Zach Wilde.
And then there's those kids. You see like kids that are just like playing things that you're like that more classical playing stuff that are just like to me. I guess that's why I have a hard time. I would have a hard time because there's like the best golfer would be like the best all-around golfer, but maybe there's somebody who can drive better than
or the best putter, or whatever.
Yeah,
sure,
that kind of stuff. So
yeah, that's why like it's an impossible question to answer for me because it just depends and it changes. But I think the guys I named were like I could just almost always listen to those guys. They have a certain tone or a sound that I like. Tony Iommi, right? Sabbath. Yeah. But anyway, go ahead. Do you got five that stand out?
Yeah, Randy. Yeah, I like that. That's just we only got 2 albums and it was not enough.
Yeah.
I also go Eddie Van Halen.
See, I've never. I know how great he is. I respect how great he is, but for some reason, he doesn't capture me like these other guys. Like I love him, but he's way down on the list for me.
I'm that way with Stevie Ray. Yeah. Like I get it, I respect it. It's just like it just doesn't do it for me. Yeah,
I'm a bigger fan of Joe Bonamassa when it comes to blues than Stevie Ray. But anyway, keep going. Sorry.
And then I want to go. I just had CC DeVille from.
God, I kind of want to bust on you in that one. He's not that good.
Yes, he is.
No, he's really not. Like other guitar players, like he's not. A lot of his stuff in the album, he doesn't even
maybe
play.
they're just hating on him.
He doesn't even play. A lot of the stuff on the albums wasn't him.
Okay, well maybe I was wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, he's good, but he's not great. And also, well, anyway, go ahead. I was a big CC fan until I started reading other guitar players talk about him.
Yeah, he kind of was just a drunk, wasn't he?
He definitely went through a phase. Yeah. Like he had a lot of bad shows.
Yeah. Okay, and then I guess my thing is it's hard for me. I don't know the names of a lot of the guitar
Okay.
players. I know from
Yeah.
like the bands and stuff.
Name the band. Maybe I can name the guitar player.
Oh, White Snake's guitar player.
There's different ones.
I know the
Steve Vai was in
Steve Vai. Yeah, is that one of yours too?
Vi's up there for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. It was Steve Vai. And then I'm going to also put. I'm drawing a blank on his name. The Zeppelin's guitar player, Jimmy Page.
Jimmy Page. Yep.
Yeah, and then Jimi
Dimebag.
Hendrix. Dimebag. Jimi Hendrix.
It's impossible.
Yeah, you can just like I could do that again and just name 5 different ones.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then like what in Boston? Didn't they
The
have-
band?
Yeah. Was it Boston that was like they were all like music like
Yeah, it was
professors
one.
or whatever?
It was one guy.
Honestly, I don't know.
Boston was all the recordings was just the guy that started it.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Didn't know
something
that.
Yeah,
anyways,
he
Sounds like Trent Reznor.
he brought in
Trent
other
Reznor's
he brought in other people when he went
concerts.
Toured?
and did tours.
Really?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
yeah, I didn't know that for a long time either. But yeah, he recorded all that himself. I forgot his name. This guy from Jersey. Which is
Nice.
funny because his band's Boston, but
All
he's
right.
from Jersey.
So that's those emails. Oh, really?
I'm pretty,
I need to Wikipedia the band Boston. Clearly, let's move on though, because we got Justin coming up in just a few minutes. We're gonna do the ETS Racing Fuels pick one this week. So this ETS segment sometimes will be Turds Take, sometimes it's gonna be pick one. This week it's pick one. ETS Racing Fuels was forged from the heat of competition nearly 30 years ago, developing purpose-engineered fuel for high-profile teams such as Factory KTM, Factory HRC Honda, Rockstar Husqvarna, and more. We have been the power behind podium wins ever since. Teams using ETS Racing Fuels have won more than 50 national world champion titles, and we continue to forge new alliances and partnerships across motorsports. ETSRacingFuels.com to find your local service center so that you too can have the same fuel used by Jett and Hunter Lawrence. Okay, this pick one.
Just for real quick, he was from Boston.
Okay.
His name was Tom Scholes, and he played the majority of instruments on the band's first album, and among another musicians who varied from album to album.
Interesting. Did not know that. All right, so this pick one comes from a conversation that TJ and I were having with Chase coming back from Home Depot when we were building this wall that I thought was going to take a half hour.
Yeah, you
King
were.
of
Took more than a
Wishful
half hour just to go to Home Depot to get the stuff we needed because
You're an idiot.
Lunch was good.
lunch was good. Scotty didn't show up, so he wouldn't know. But anyway, okay. There was is it disrespectful to say a rice burner car? Like what?
No,
what are those
it's
kind of cars called?
It's not. It's not.
Is there like when they race those kind of cars?
Imports.
Okay, so imports. There was like an import. What? Like a supercharged type of. I just don't know.
Yeah.
The counter to that is American muscle cars. So what would you say for a broad coverage of those other kind of rice burner cars?
Imports.
Okay, that's all you say. It's imports.
Imports.
Okay. All right, fair enough. So there was one of those, and I hate the sound of those cars. I just think I don't care how fast or powerful they are.
And most of them, the ones that sound like that, aren't.
Yeah,
It was.
And I said something like, "I'd rather have American muscle." You and I have had this conversation before. You're like, "Yeah, a couple hundred horsepower and heavy, and it doesn't go anywhere." Fair enough, right?
Yeah.
Give me your side of that. American muscle, like a Mustang, a Chevelle, Barracuda, whatever.
Any of like American iron muscle. Actually, to me, the muscle cars are different than pony cars.
Okay, so I don't know the difference.
A Mustang is a pony car. A Camaro is a pony car
Because they're smaller, lighter?
Yes, a muscle car would be like a Chevelle, a Nova,
Okay.
a bigger body, like a Riviera is considered a muscle car, which back then would have been big horsepower, but big engine, big body, big horsepower car.
And I know this is like
But
another topic early in the motocross show that's not motocross, but like, that's what we do here. So I said, like, I almost don't care how fast it is if it sounds, has that thump of American muscle and they just look cooler, period. In my opinion, hands down, American muscle cars look so much cooler. I would rather have one of those versus a car with twice as much horsepower or speed, even performance, because it looks cooler and sounds cooler.
Here's where I'm at on that, because
Yep,
you
go ahead.
asked me, and I thought about it since we talked about it earlier, so
right
I could
on.
have a good take. If we're talking about a clapped out version of either one, I want the muscle
This
car.
is my point.
Okay.
A clapped out like Nova is way cooler
Sure.
than a clapped out Civic that somebody Hot Boy raced. You know what I'm talking about? But
With the spoiler,
with
ground
like,
effects.
with the cheaply done stuff. But if you get like a 240 that is like,
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but I'm going to trust you.
anyways,
This is the ones that they use in drift cars a
like
lot.
drift car stuff,
Okay.
or like this weekend we went and picked up a 91 RX-7 that is so mint. Like obviously it needs a paint job. It needs to be gone through, but it's all factory, untouched.
Okay.
This is the most unmolested RX-7 I've
Please
ever
quit using that term, even if it's the standard term. He kept saying all the way up.
Don't make it weird, man.
It's unmolested.
You're talking about a car. You're making it weird. You're making it weird.
You're making it weird.
Am
But
I?
anyways,
Okay,
it's
all right.
the untouched. It still has all the factory like vacuum lines. It still had the smog pump. It literally was
Smog pump?
Yeah, it was literally so factory floor mats, and it was all sun bleached and had been sitting up for like 10 years. But it's going to be so easy to restore this car back to complete stock, and like something like that, I would rather have a nice import over a nice muscle car, like a well done or either stock.
Tell me, like, why specifically? What you like about them?
It's the same reason why I like Japanese motorcycles over American motorcycles, because American motorcycles like Harleys and the same way muscle cars, they make a lot of noise and they look cool, but they go nowhere. They're heavy. They have no real performance. Now, you can build them up and make them fast or whatever, but in general, and the quality of an import car, we're talking about Japanese imports, is obscenely higher than, and I'm going back to like the 90s and early 2000s when I talk about imports and stuff like that, than the 70s muscle cars.
I'm going to let you answer in a second, Scotty, but if you're listening to this and this is something you're interested in, again, MotoXpod.com, click the contact form. We'd love to have your opinions on this. It's fun to get these things. Scotty, do you have an opinion?
Yeah, it's kind of similar to TJ's in the fact that, like, there's you kind of blanketed like imports versus muscle.
Yeah, because I don't know much about
There's so many like levels to it. Like he was saying, like I would honestly rather have like a clapped out Civic than I would like a V6 Camaro with straight pipes on it. Like that shit is more annoying sounding to me than like a rice burner. Like that's what the point was, is that you heard the rice burner car and it was annoying. Like,
I think
you know what I'm talking about, the TJ.
I think they look dumb with the spoilers and the ground effects.
To me, I think of V6 Camaro or Mustang is even more stupid than a Civic.
But I don't consider a V6 Camaro or a Mustang a muscle car. What he's talking about is like mid to late 60s into the early 70s, but mainly the 60s model muscle cars.
Like a Mustang Mach 1. That's a big-ass heavy car, but it looks cool as shit.
Well, it's still, but I mean, the Mach 1 is a V8. You wouldn't want that, like he's trying to basically say like the base model straight
I hate
six.
that they started making those
V6.
V6.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
Well, back then they had a straight 6, but still.
But I think ultimately though, I would have to say imports, like Supras and
you're both wrong, but that's cool. Hey, there's somebody.
Like, it's not like I hate American muscle cars. I like them. I'm not a big Mustang fan though.
It didn't have to be a Mustang. I mean, I love like the Barracudas, even the Charger was the general.
So what would you consider a Corvette as more of an import?
No,
Corvette.
But is that American? But I'm saying that's not like a beefy. I mean, I guess it's still American muscle, right?
It's not a muscle. What the
not a
problem
muscle car?
is, I mean,
it's an American sports car, right?
Depends on who you're talking to. Someone like me, I live and breathe cars.
Right.
None of those are muscle cars. They're all either sports cars. The Mustangs are pony cars. Like the Corvette's a pony car, which is basically a two-door car that was only designed as a two-door, only designed to be a sporty two-door. That's what you could call a pony car. But yeah.
Okay. Interesting. I thought it was interesting. I think probably a lot of people maybe just tuned out. Sorry, but we're getting ready to get back to moto.
The chat loved it.
Did
and they all gave me credit for knowing cars. So I mean, you don't know what you're talking about, and I'm
I don't. I just know what I like to look at and what sounds good to me. But our next guest of the night is on. He's going to be brought to you tonight by Guts Racing. Grip, control, confidence. Elevate your ride with Guts Racing seat covers, trusted by top pros and everyday riders alike. Designed for maximum traction and durability, Guts seat covers keep you locked in when the track gets rough and the stakes get high. Built to last, made to win, ride with Guts, because comfort and control aren't optional. GutsRacing.com. I'm going to make a statement that I have no idea if it's true or not, but the dude that hit the tree at Loretta's, man, if he had a Guts seat cover, he probably would have stayed on the bike. Tonight, Guts Racing brings us formerly Moto Whip's racing team, Gas, now a proud Yamaha Blue Crew member, our buddy Justin Starling. What's up, Justin?
Well, just hanging out in the garage with the wife, waiting for the daughter to go down to sleep.
She's still awake?
Yeah, still awake. Yeah, wife was at an event tonight and got home a little late. So as soon as she walked in there, Lana was just like, "Oh my God, Mom is here!" And then now she's all wide open. So
what is she, like 2 now? Year and a half?
No, she's 14 months?
Oh, okay.
14 and a half months? 16 months? Oh, I'm way
So
off.
we're getting close to
16 months.
So we're close to a year and a half. I wasn't super far off.
Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, she was born during, I think it was Philly Supercross last year.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and then I went to Pittsburgh Supercross. I flew in on Saturday morning because their birthday was on Friday and I wasn't going to miss it. So I flew in super late, but it ended up being so delayed anyways, it kind of worked out.
Well, nice. Look, we've got you on because we're going to try to get you involved with MotoXpod. But before we do that, let's talk about racing a little bit.
Yeah.
I think 2025 Supercross was a little bit of a struggle for you. Talk about your season, like what the positives were, what the negatives were, and what your plan with racing is going forward.
Yeah, the year was obviously, it started different than we all planned on it, right? Mm-hmm. It did some changes and it ended up being, I think, better off throughout the whole year. Ended up being better just on everyone. But yeah, I didn't ride the race bike till A1 press day, and we were kind of like working the kinks out. And I kind of just told everyone, like, if we can just get through like the West Coast swing, and by the time we get east, like I'll probably get going. And that kind of happened. Like when I went to Tampa, it was like it kind of started off where I was like, okay, now we're just kind of banging out main events again. Yeah, it wasn't the best year, but honestly, like it wasn't really the worst either, right? Like I only made 50% of the mains, which was a bummer, but I still rode good, at times, and I was happy with that. But then like Jerry's injury definitely put like a damper on me, like where I definitely noticed the next couple of weeks I was pretty off. I didn't really like want to ride, if I'm totally honest. But then I was able to kind of pick it back up for the last two. So yeah, it wasn't the worst year, but it definitely could have been better. But, I was happy to my final goal that I ever had in Supercross was to hit 100 mains, and I was able to hit that this year and then actually get to 106. So, for me, I mean, I met my final goal that I had, and yeah, I can't really complain.
Okay. So you just said your final goal, and I know you and I talked a month or two ago, but are we done?
With Supercross, yeah. No, I'm done. I don't want to go back. Now who's to say I won't maybe hop into a few races here and there in the future, but to chase it, full time, like I got a wife here, and like when you're gone 17 rounds, and she doesn't go, like you're gone all the time. She works a normal job, so like I don't see her a lot during the days, and then on top of it, just we have a daughter too, and I want to be there with her, not traveling every single week and doing all that. So yeah, in the Supercross world, we're done. The full-time thing is done. And obviously I haven't touched outdoors, and shoot, I think the last time I touched an outdoors when you didn't even remember who I was. So
stop it. Do you know that story, Scotty?
I think I remember it. Yeah.
WW Ranch.
Yeah, I think that was the last outdoor I rode. And I knew that weekend I was like, yeah, I don't want to do outdoors.
Yeah, this guy doesn't know who I am. Why am I bothering?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why am I out here? Right. But yeah, I mean, like I said, like Supercross has been like my life for years, and I've loved every minute of it. But I noticed in Daytona when I hit 100, I was like, yeah, dude, I'm done. Like I did like everything I needed to do, or like I felt like I needed to do in this sport. In the Supercross side of things, and me and the wife talked last night. It was our 2-year anniversary, and we were talking last night about stuff, and we kind of want to do the thing where it's like, let's go back to racing the stuff I used to race, like let's do German Supercross, right? Like let's go to Paris. Let's do those things. And I'd love to, honestly, I would love to have a crack at the arena cross thing. Like that's been something that's on my mind for a few years, and I think it's the perfect time to give it a whirl. So yeah, I guess the focus now is, it was really like not riding too much. I've only actually rode one time since Salt Lake. But now it's like, hey, maybe we need to probably start riding a good bit again. But maybe let's go try to win something, right? Like, of course, you go to Supercross every year and it's the same thing, right? Like you just want to make the mains, and I'm like, man, at the end of the day, like I've done that a lot, and I want a new challenge before I can't have it. And it would be really cool to go to a race and be like, I think I could win tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
We could be on the podium, you know, or just something like that would be cool. But like I said, like me and my wife got engaged at Paris Supercross, and like that's got meaning to us. And like if I can travel to do some cool races and see some of the world with my daughter and wife, like, I mean, honestly, I'd rather do that. Like, to be totally frank. And
hell yeah.
You know, and then like if you look at how those races are spread out and the arena cross is spread out, like you're not racing every weekend, you know, and you're not killing yourself doing all this training to just hopefully make the main, you know, like it just changes a little bit of everything. So yeah, I think the biggest thing for us is let's go racing as a family and let's go try something new. You know, like I think Supercross is a big ego thing. It's hard to like let it go, right? Like
Sure.
to step away from that. But yeah, I'm good. I'm very content. And also the same thing, I don't have to keep changing my number anymore. You know, like Arena Cross says I can run 12.
Yeah.
German Supercross, I can run 12. Paris, I can run. I can just run my normal number that I had growing up. And I'm like, man, that's another cool thing. Like it's just time for something new. Like let's just try new things and do it together. Otherwise, like, yeah, I don't really want to be gone as much.
Sure.
You know, and it's just and also like, man, what you spend to get ready for a season, like you kind of almost just break even at the end of the year. Like,
Right.
and I'm like, man, I got a house and kid, wife. I can't just break even.
Yeah,
It's
you
just
need to make
not how it
money.
works. I'm 32 years old. like we gotta do something. So yeah, we'll go try some new things and go about it that way.
Well, tell me about the partnership with Yamaha. How'd that come about? Why was that decision made?
Yeah, so like I've rode a Yamaha like a handful of times, but I've never rode one that was like set up for me, right? Like I've always just rode other people's bikes, and I'm a picky guy, so like for me to try to find someone's bike that was going to be right, it was not going to be easy. But every time I rode one, I'm like, man, like something feels pretty good. Like this is a nice bike, it feels nice. And then it was right before, I think it was, I don't even remember. It was like beginning of December. So I live close to Tampa Max, and it was the final day of that track being open. And I went and rode the owner's Yamaha 450, and he's got a really good bike. Like he used to race Arena Cross. And my wife told me, she's like, you look really good on that bike. And she's never really like told me that I've like looked good on a certain bike.
Yeah.
And I remember just being like, man, like I liked it, you know, like it felt good. And when I did was the Ironman GNCC this year or last year. And I rode that stock bike, but I was like, man, I just like the feeling of this Yamaha. It just feels good. So yeah, I got in touch with Roach and kind of worked on some things, and yeah, we got a Yamaha 450 at the house, and it's I rode it only one time so far, but it is really nice.
That's awesome. Scotty or TJ, you had something. Sorry.
I did. So with everything, I guess, slowing down for you in the racing, and you're kind of just doing what you want, does that open up? Like, I know you're a Florida guy, but have you thought about moving out of there, going other places, or what's your plans as far as that goes?
No, we'll stay in Florida. The wife is obviously like we're here. Her family's about 15 minutes from us. My family's about 2 hours from us. Now this is home base. You know, like we'll stay here, and there's no reason to leave. I did tell her, I'm like, if there was ever a thing that, you know, we needed to leave or something for her work or something, like it could happen now. You know, it could be a thing. But as of right now, no, we're pretty content where we're at, and yeah, no plans to leave.
And you had talked about Arena Cross stuff. Are you thinking about doing the whole Arena Cross series?
Yeah, that would be the goal, right? Like, I definitely don't want to do only a few and then be like, yeah, that was cool. Like, if I'm going to do it, like, I'd like to do it. And it's nice because the season starts early, but it's so spread out and you're done early, you know, like in the year.
Wait till you see them. I've got a little bit of insight of possibly the schedule.
Yeah, I've seen it.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
I think it's good.
You think so?
I like it.
The way it
I think it's
goes to Canada for one night of racing.
Yeah, but I mean, we used to do that in Supercross. You know, like it's not really like the biggest change. And at the end of the day, like I don't have to haul the stuff around, right? Like they have crates that the stuff goes in. So, and that's something that's super appealing to this deal is I don't have to get a van. I don't have to worry about transportation. All I got to worry about is flying and getting there and racing and flying home. You know, like it's when I talked to Sean about it, it was going to make life pretty simple. So that was another thing that really like intrigued us. It was like, man, like that would be pretty cool to not have to worry about that stuff, but get a good series that you can go race. And, you know, I think you're on Fox instead of like obviously Peacock and stuff, but like, man, just getting TV time would be cool, right? Or like even just having opening ceremonies, like just all that stuff would just be cool. I've just never had it. It's always been the same thing forever.
love that.
So for me, I'm ready for a new chapter. And I just know before I hang up and don't ride at all, like it'd be cool to like give that a go. And when I talked to the wife and she's like, I mean, if we're going, like you and I are going, I'm like, okay, cool. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. Otherwise I don't want to do it, you know?
Yeah. I like it, Scott.
So yeah, that's the goal is to do that. We'll see. Okay. Like I said, I've only rode one time so far, so I need to kind of get back to it and shed some of this weight that I've put on from having a good time in the summer with everyone, you know.
Sure.
But yeah, we got time, so we'll get there when it's time.
Yeah, Justin, it is kind of funny when we talk to the riders that decide, like, you know, like you had a Daytona, like, okay, this is my 100th race. I'm done with this. I'm ready to move on, do something else. But then, you know, there's that side in you guys that when you see A1 happening, like there's going to be some FOMO. Do you think that when A1 happens, do you think you'll itch a little bit? Do you think you'll be able to kind of move on from that? I mean, you're probably in the middle of arena cross already. So how do you expect that first race, the Supercross that you're missing to go?
Yeah, I mean, I'll have an incredible FOMO, right? Like I think that's expected. But I think when, you know, at that point we would have already done a German round, you know, Paris, and then also I think that'd be three or four rounds before the season would start. I think your mind's gonna be so stuck into that, right? Like, I think you'll be going. I'm hoping I'm obviously in a championship hunt, you know, at round 3. So your brain is like, okay, you focus on that, right? You focus on what's important, and then. Like for me, like I think it'll be a little bit of like when I used to do 250 West or 250 East, and I would be just kind of hanging out, you know, on the opposite coast. I was okay with missing races because I had a goal of one side, right? Like I had the goal of the 250 West points or whatever it could have been. So I think for me to miss the first one, I'll be fine because I'll already have my brain on something else, and then it'll ease it for in the future when I'm, you know, not racing any of it to just be okay with it, you know?
Yeah. Justin, Starling Night brought to you by Guts Racing. So we talked earlier a couple weeks ago about maybe you doing some stuff on the website, maybe putting some videos you're thinking about doing up on our YouTube channel. And what TJ?
We can't do that. He's way cooler than us.
That's why we need him. He doesn't need us. We need him. We need our own pro.
That's right.
Like, can you?
Well, it's just my thought was like, obviously when I found out your news, I messaged you and I was like, hey, you know, like I'm here, you know, if you want to do anything and figure something out. And at the time, you know, right. Like I'm sitting here kind of like wondering what I'm going to do, you know, like what's the next thing? What do I want to do? And how do I want to do it? And I was just like, you know, I was going to hit up Dark and just see, you know, what could be. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, but like, if I can be any bit of an asset to the website, like I would love to do that. Right. I mean, yeah, if I, whether it's, you know, some sort of testing or just writing an article or what my thoughts were on a race or something, you know, I'll be your Phil to Steve, you know, I think that'd be fun. Like, cause I listen to it and everything. So if I can help in any way, I want to help.
No, that'd be amazing. Yeah. We could do a lot of stuff. And I think it'd be great to have you that we could check in with, cause we're going to obviously be pretty involved with the AMA Arena Cross Series again, trying to be involved and part of that, and having you maybe be a part of that'd be amazing. So yeah, I'd love to have some kind of little partnership with you. And you and I have always gotten along really well, and I enjoy watching you ride and the things you do. So I think, and the partnership with Yamaha obviously kind of ties it all together. So I think that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, when you told me that Yamaha was involved with you, I'm like, oh man, it makes it even cooler, right?
Yeah.
Like, because it gives me like another little bit of leverage with Yamaha to be like, yeah, well, I'm also doing this, you know, like I'm not just riding your bike, like I'm working with Dark and his show and all those things. So like to me, there was just so many benefits, right? And you know, if we do run after the arena cross thing, like that can be a benefit too. Like we're, you know, I don't want to say that I'm going to win, you know, I have no idea. But if I can win a night and then write about it, you know, like I think that'd be cool. Right. Cause it's not a very common thing, you know, you get your Instagram posts and stuff like that, but I would like to be a little bit deeper. and stuff. So yeah, I think it'd be cool. And yeah, I'm stoked that we can, like I said, I don't know exactly what we're going to do yet, but I know whatever we do, we'll make it fun and make it exciting and, give people something to read and, it gives me something to learn too. Right.
Well, I love it, man. I appreciate you reaching out about that. I just got a text from Lewis Phillips. Yeah. Had a really good question that I didn't even think about. Why any consideration to do World Supercross? Have you thought about it or why not?
Yeah, I would love to. Right. I have spoken to the Daffy Yamaha team.
Okay.
I did reach out to them and was like, hey, if there's anything that ever, opens, I'd like, give me a call. Right. Cause I'm on a Yamaha and stuff like that, but it's really hard for me to go reach out to a team with the results I had this year. Mm. Right. I don't have a lot to show. So I'm kind of hoping that like those types of races, I'm always been better at them. So I'm kind of hoping that maybe I can get my foot back into that and be something of that where it's like, hey, you just race a few times a year, do this type of thing and kind of do like a bit of a Wilson program.
Oh yeah.
Without obviously coming back for like some 5-race fill-in deal, like just do like the stuff where you go race some stuff overseas and we traveled, like I said, the biggest thing is if I can take my wife and daughter and then like make like trips out of it, that would be cool. Right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, how can you say no to, hey, Nicole, do you want to go to Abu Dhabi, for a weekend?
Yeah.
Like it's like just stuff like that. Like if we can take advantage of the travel before it's too late, I would love to. And also to put my hand into, being not going to the gate in November and being like, oh, I got to make sure I stay healthy for A1. I throw that out the window. It's like, hey, let's give it our all now because this is it, and you can make way more money not racing Supercross. Like, people don't really understand that, but you can make so much more money not lining up for those 17.
I think Shane McElrath figured that out pretty easily this year. Yeah.
Yeah. So no, it's this year I was like, okay, man, like as soon as the season's done, I'm already working a job and I'm like, yeah, dude, I don't want to do this, and then I hear about what people make in arena cross or the German stuff and all those things. And I'm like, well, yeah, I used to make that money too when I was over there. And I was like, yeah, hey, babe, let's step away from Supercross. Let's go do something new.
Smart.
And we do have, since you are going to be a part of the MotoXpod.
Oh, by the way, that means one of you has to go. We'll figure that out later.
That's fine. We just want to make sure that we have rights to any video that you get of you and Vince in a battle. I'm just going to say,
or you and Brees,
or Brees. Yeah, that's true. Those guys.
I actually talked to Brees a lot today. Yeah. He's always been like someone that I've raced a lot, like with the Europe stuff, and we always got along really well, and we were always so clean with each other. And he was like, "Oh, you're going to come to arena cross, like." Don't bring anyone else, and I'm just like, yeah, I hope not, no, I mean, we're all racing for a paycheck, right? Our tempers are going to flare. It's going to happen, right? I don't know. It is what it is. And in arena cross is a totally different world of that. So,
and supposedly they may actually split it to 250, 450 this year too. I heard.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
That's on the table. We haven't got a confirmation on that, but that I believe is on the table, which would be a good thing.
Yeah, because I know I asked Sean, because I had, right when I first ever thought of the arena cross thing, someone had told me, they were like, oh, it's just going to be 250 only next year. And I'm like, oh, well, then I'm out. Like, I don't like 250s. So I was like, yeah, I don't want to do that. And he was like, no, it's just 450s. So, but I haven't heard anything about there being two. I would still only do one of them.
Right. I don't know if they'll allow both, but I only know this much because my son is racing he raced the 250 because he rides 250 Supercross, so he doesn't want to ride the 450 during arena cross.
Right.
And they supposedly are talking about, hopefully they'll have a 250 class. So.
Huh. Yeah. Okay. I didn't know. I know the, whatever that other one is, the Partzilla one has a 250 and a 450.
Yeah, I know they do.
But I won't do any of those. I'll just stick to the one, and that would be it.
Yeah.
So when you said that you were talking with Brees, what I heard is that you guys are joining efforts to take down Brees, right? T-Bone in first race, or what?
That's his teammate.
He can't do it.
So he needs you to do it.
I say MCR. That's his teammate. I can't put him up against his teammate, right?
I'm actually a little surprised by that because they didn't get along very well last year. So I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah, I don't. That's not my place, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I talked to him and he said he was at MCR. So I was like, okay, cool, that's sweet, But no, I don't know. I mean, like I said, if there's going to be rivalries and stuff, and I honestly I hope there is, because that means that I'm in the fight, right?
That's right.
yeah, I'm expecting it. But I don't know. I just, a new challenge, man, just sounds really fun.
Yeah.
And like the Supercross thing, man, it's been great for 13, 14 years, whatever I've been doing it. Like I've loved every minute of it and stuff. But I just knew, like I said, I just knew in Daytona, I was like, man, like I'm done with this. Like I really am ready for something new. And it was cool that, you know, the wife was like, yeah, I mean, if you want to do it, like let's do it. And I was like, I mean, yeah, but like obviously when she met me and everyone, like her family, like it's all Supercross. So it was kind of like, are you sure you want to step away? You know, like, are you sure that's what you want to do? And it's like, well, I mean, if there was any bit of me that was like, yeah, I guess we could, like, I mean, it ends in Daytona, right? The season. And there's still a bunch of racing of Supercross after. It's like, we could always hop into a weekend if we really wanted to. Mm-hmm. But obviously if the season goes well and I'm like a Vince Freeze where I'm like, I just made so much money, I'm not even thinking about it. He says,
yeah. No, I like it.
So,
I think it's going to be reinvigorating and motivating for you just to do something different like that where, yeah, I mean, not to be disrespectful, but you really don't have a chance to win Supercross main event, but you damn sure have a chance to win Arena Cross main event. Yeah.
No, and like the biggest thing for me, right, is like, man, I've gotten 3 top 10s on a 450, and I'm gonna tell you right now, that's 2 more than I ever thought I'd have. Right.
Yeah.
Like I knew for sure I'd get it once, but I never thought I'd get it more than once. You know, so like I did that 3 times. I got a top 5 on a 250. I did my top 20 in points and 450 twice. And my last goal I had, I was like, man, I just want to hit 100. If I can hit 100, that'd be so cool. And
yeah.
You always had this thing on your shoulder where you're like, you're still in it. But I just remember crossing the finish line in LCQ at Daytona, and I was just like, wow, like that weight's gone. You know, I was like, okay, now I can be like, yeah, I'm out, you know, because honestly, if I had hit 100 last year, like the one main I made last year, if that was 100, I probably would have been done because it was obviously such a bad year. I was so over it. So I don't know. I just noticed, I'm like, cool, let's finish the season out strong. And, you know, let's go to something new. Let's try something new.
Let's close this thing out. This is have you talked to your dad since the restart, the 450 restart? How's he feel about that?
So I didn't know that happened because that was the first day I had rode again. And then we went to my buddy's birthday party by his pool. So I was in the pool, wasn't even watching the races, but I was getting like tweets and stuff. And I was like, why are people tweeting me about like what my dad did? Like and I was like, what? So before I even looked it up, I just called him.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, hey, what happened? And he goes, oh, dude, I was on TV. And I was like, well, yeah, you're on TV every week. And he goes, no, man, like
his ankles.
It was like a whole new procedure, right?
Yeah.
Of like how they were doing it. Because like they've let us go out like that on Supercross, you know, like in practice and then they start the outdoors that way. And I knew that was a thing. Like instead of doing a stagger start, like they were going to work on that being the way to let everyone go. But I didn't really put it 2 and 2 that like that was how it would work. Right. And I watched the video that night. I was like, dude, like, what happens if you fall? like, what do you like? Literally, what happens if you hit? Like, you're getting ran over because those guys are going to just be so instinct on going. Like, they're not even going to think about it. Yeah, and like, I was like, dude, like that's kind of gnarly. And because like I've had a thing where I'm like, they should always groom in front of the gates. Mm-hmm. It's like I just feel like I don't know why they don't, but I feel like they should. And like that's a good reason why right there alone, you know, if you're going to do starts like that, like you should have it smooth because like it worked. I think it worked really well, but it also could go really bad, you know? So is it like, maybe let's groom it so no matter what, it's smooth. And I've seen people that are like, yeah, let's do it with like a golf cart goes in front. I'm like, man, it doesn't really work. Right. So yeah, he was like, man, it was so cool. It was so different, but it was nerve wracking. I'm like, well, yeah, you're running in front of bikes. I would be freaking nervous as heck, you know?
Yes. Some people were like, well,
he was pretty well choreographed.
Yeah.
He did a good job.
Well, a couple people were like, well, he was like not consistent. He was a little slower towards the end. I'm like, well, okay, well, those guys were like 3 minutes back. So they made up time anyway. Who cares?
Well, it was like, because I asked him, I'm like, what's going through your head? And he goes, dude, all I did was look down and make sure that I was stepping in between the ruts.
Yeah.
You know, but I was like, my one thing that I said that should change about it is when you get to the dog box, you should send someone else off. Like you shouldn't just have to walk through the dog box and go, because that gap from one side to the other side is going to be different.
Yeah.
And it could change per track too, like depending on how it is in front of the dog box. But I was like, man, like that's it's kind of gnarly. Like,
sure,
I would be nervous as shit to run in front of bikes like that, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. He thinks it was cool, you know, and I think that it worked, but I was like, man, you can maybe clean it up a bit, but it's like the first time. So you really can't, you know, you don't know what works until you try it.
Yeah. I think I said that last week. And like, it's better than a complete restart. It's better than single file, double lined. Like it's something, yes, they can tweak it, but it's not far off of what we need. So I think yep. I like it.
I think the only other way you could really make it better is if you had some sort of gate that dropped 1, 2, 3, you know, like if they could build something like that, but man, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah. And you know, that's going to malfunction at some point.
Yeah, exactly. The normal gates anyways malfunction. So like, that's the only way I could see it being like absolutely perfect, but like, I don't know how you could ever do that. Right.
Well, Justin, this has been fun, dude. I'm looking forward to, doing some stuff with you and seeing where your career goes. And I think you're going to have a lot of fun. And it's cool that you're going to, obviously you share most of it with your family, your wife anyway. But I dig it. Yeah,
I'm excited. Like I said, I think it's going to be something cool. And, you know, to be able to take the wife and daughter around, and because obviously like we can go to Supercross and see our cities and do our things. But like if we can make a living and go back to traveling Europe like I used to, and bring them along and see stuff and experience the world, and that doesn't last forever in this sport. So I'm like, let's take advantage of it now, you know, like 100%. I'm full keen on it. So let's do it. And then we can still have a series back here that we can put our hand at. And like I said, it'd be pretty cool to go to a race and be like, yeah, it's not like a podium, you know, instead of being like, yeah, man, I got 21st in the Supercross tonight, you know, like, I don't like that anymore. I'm done. And it's only going to get tougher and tougher, man. And it's not easy. Right. So it's not like my results are just going to get crazy better. I mean, everyone that's in my group has got the same finishes. I think the only one that was able to break out of that group and start getting good finishes was Jerry. Like he was able to find that next thing and start getting like some good finishes. But everyone in our same group we're in the same spot, and it's never going to change, and it's only going to get harder. So for me, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Like, let's go try something new. I understand I am not good enough. Like I'm fully aware of it. I'm not good enough to get to that next level in Supercross. So let's go with my level now. I think, you know, if I can get a little bit better, a little bit more in shape, a little bit faster, like I'm a podium guy in arena cross. I believe it.
Yeah.
So
I kind of feel like you and Ryan Brees are similar.
I could see it. I think he's a little bit better than me. And I'll give him that. And he's going to go in with experience. Right. So I don't expect to just show up and be like on his level, but if I can leave round one, like on the box, or at least just right at it, I'll be happy. Like that'll be good, because then I know that like I'm only going to get better. And I've always liked tight tracks more. Like the German stuff has always been 25, 27 seconds. So when I go to this stuff, like people are like, oh, it's really, really tight. I'm like, yeah, thank God. Like, I don't like when you get me to like Arizona and stuff where the stadiums are open and all that, like I'm not good. You know, I've never been good at the big fast tracks, and that's partially why I never did outdoors really, because I was just not good at it. But if you put me in like this really tight where I can use first gear like everywhere, I'm all right. Like I'm really not bad, you know? So
nice. I like
it's like, it's like, let's go, let's do it before we can't, you know, and, you know, try our hand at something new. And if it works, cool. If it doesn't, at least I tried, you know, like at least I gave it a whirl. But, you know, and who knows, maybe in a few years, I'm like still feeling really good. I could come back to Supercross for a little bit. I don't know. I really don't know. But right now the focus is, German Supercross, and to go after that title. And then, you know, maybe something World Supercross could open up and such. But yeah, the Supercross world of me at every race it's over. Yeah, I'm good. Well, I'm glad that you figured out what you want to do. You've come to terms with it, and you're in a good spot, Justin. And I look forward to talking to you soon. We'll get some stuff going on the website. And thanks for coming on tonight. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. It's been a long time since I've been on your show, you know, so it's good it's good to be back. Yeah, it's been 3 years for sure. Yeah. How long did you work at Vital? Thanks, man. Yeah. We'll talk soon, Justin. Yeah, sounds good. We'll see you. See you, buddy. That's Justin Starling tonight, brought to you by Yamaha Motor US, Guts Racing. Sorry, Guts Racing. Dylan Schwartz is about to be up next. I'm going to work on getting him on. Is Yamaha. Go ahead. Did he not and Vital not get along? We're not going to go there. Oh, yeah. Didn't know that. No, we're not going to go there.
But we're getting our next guest.
Sounds like I want to go
Are you
there.
going to slap my hand for me?
Yeah.
there
All right.
you
Our
go.
next guest of the night is on the line, and he is going to be brought to you by our presenting sponsor, Yamaha Motor USA. At Yamaha Motor USA, they don't just build motorcycles, they engineer legends. Chad Reed, legend. Damon Bradshaw, what, TJ?
A legend?
Legend. Who else? Scotty? Who else?
What?
We're working over here.
Ryan Villapoto.
There you go. Legend.
Legend. Our next guest,
A legend.
soon to be a legend. I believe in him. Tonight, Yamaha Motor USA brings us from the Toyota Redlands Bar X Yamaha team, Dilan Schwartz. What's up, Dylan?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
It's going good, man. Going good. Glad to talk to you. You're not an easy guy to get a hold of.
Yeah, I'm not. I try to stay off my phone as much as possible, but
I noticed. Well,
yeah.
I'm glad we got you, man, because I feel you're having an incredible year. You've come off some injuries, and these last few rounds, you and your teammate, honestly, Parker Ross, have had some really good rides. That team is, I'm impressed. But are you happy with your season outdoors thus far?
Yeah, I feel like it's been up and down. Being on Yamaha now, it's a whole new learning curve, and especially with the team too. It's their first year, so they're learning a bunch as well. So, had a couple bike issues, a few motos. So I'm not where I'd want to be in points, but I've had some good rides. And fits this bike better. I feel way more comfortable on it. Obviously, it's pretty quick, and but yeah, it's been good.
Are there specific things that you like about it better? Is there something like whether it's chassis or suspension or the braking, turning, whatever? What stands out the most?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the Suzuki was obviously, I think everyone knows it was a great turning bike, but I just feel like for me, the way I ride just wasn't ideal. And I feel like this bike lets me just be more comfortable out there. I feel like the bike doesn't always have to be perfect suspension wise, and I can deal with it. But honestly, the guys at REP suspension, I mean, Mark's had me dialed. So honestly, I don't have too much to complain about the bike. It's been good. Motor wise, we're still working on it, but I mean, she's quick. So I'm pretty happy with the whole setup.
Okay. You just said working on it motor wise, and pretty much everybody feels that the Yamaha is the most powerful 250 out of the box. What are you looking for in the engine that you're still trying to find?
Just for me, coming off the Suzuki, the Suzuki has a lot of bottom end, and I feel like I was just on that bike for so long that coming to this bike, it was just a lot different feel. And I'm just trying to find like a in between. I'm not really trying to make it faster or anything, just trying to get it to work a little bit better for me.
Okay. Scotty?
Yeah, I was looking at your results, Dylan, and it's a couple, you have four top 10s and nothing outside of the top 20. When you were getting ready for this season and kind of seeing where you were going to be at, does that kind of, some of those top 10s, especially that 6th and Washougal and 7th in Spring Creek, does that exceed some of the expectations that you had? And where do you think a top 5 is going to happen before the season's over?
Yeah, I feel like I definitely can. I mean, I think I kind of showed that at Washougal a little bit. If I just keep getting good starts like I did in Moto 1, I feel like I have the speed to run with those guys. I just got to put it together for 2 motos, and I feel like I should be able to get it done. So, yeah, I mean, checking things off the list for sure. That was my first top 5 in a moto, so pretty happy with that. Kind of sucks that there was a 3-week break after, but
yeah.
I'm happy. So we're just gonna come into the last 3 and try to do the same thing.
It's it's been cool. We're watching the races, the whole shot comes off, and then we're watching the first couple laps, and then I see you running up there, and I'm like, oh, like that's interesting. Like it's not a name you're expecting to see in that top 3 or 4. It's got to be a pretty cool feeling riding up front with those guys.
Sorry that you didn't believe him, Scotty. I believed in Dylan and Parker, man.
Well, it's not that you don't believe in him. It's just
I'm teasing you.
Yeah, I mean, last year at Millville, I had a similar situation where I was up front like that, and so it didn't really feel like too strange for me. I was just trying to manage it really, and not tip over and throw it away or anything like that.
Yeah. The team, Toyota Redlands, Bar X, obviously you said, going from Suzuki to Yamaha. How are the resources? If you need, like you said, working on the engine, right? Or if you need something or need a part or want to try something, does it take a little time, or is it are they able to get you what you need pretty quickly?
No, yeah, it's our engine guy, Robbie Feder, and Twisted kind of gets on it as soon as I kind of need something or want to try something. So, yeah, it's pretty much, the next week if I want to get on something. But as far as like changing anything too dramatic, I mean, we haven't really done any of that, just little stuff.
Where are you training? Yeah, I know you're out on the West Coast, and it's not spectacular out there, man.
Yeah, still in SoCal. Hard to find places to ride around here nowadays, but yeah.
So GH most of the time, or Polo, whatever, most of the time.
Yeah, pretty much.
You ever run up to the high des when it gets some rain and go ride some of those tracks out by Kiefer?
Not really, to be honest. Usually if it rains, we just go hit a sand track in El Snor or Nuevo or something like that.
Dude, Nuevo is so much fun.
Yeah, I mean to an extent, for sure.
I'm about to say, hold on. It's fun to go ride out there. The stuff when y'all go there and y'all rip it up and it's like 3 foot deep sand whoops the whole track, that's not fun.
No, yeah.
What about Mumphy's place? Or I guess it's Alessi's now. No, wait.
No, it was Alessi's.
It was Alessi's. Now it's Mumphy's. Yeah, you go up there?
I've been up there a few times. It's just kind of a drive.
Yeah, I guess all that area is for you. Yeah, it's true. Dude, move to the East Coast, bro. Why are you still out there?
It's just where the team's at, so.
Yeah. Man. Star, guys, somebody, Bobby Reagan. Can we get Dilan Schwartz?
Club's got some spots.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
Yeah.
But I know you're happy at the team, and it's really cool. I hate riding out there, Dylan. Every time I go out there and Kiefer takes me to GH, I'm miserable.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely hard, especially for like us training and stuff out there. I mean, you have a big variation of skill levels, so sometimes it gets a little scary. But
yeah,
having to ride with guys like us out there.
Yeah, I'm definitely the guy who would be in the way. I think I've been on the track, Dylan, while you were there last year. I think when you were on Suzuki. You wouldn't know it because you would have went by so fast.
Said, huh.
Yeah, you would have went by so fast you wouldn't even realize I was there. But yeah,
yeah.
Talk about Supercross, man. It was not rough. 2 rounds, right, in 25 and none in 24.
Yeah, I've kind of just been struggling with injuries the past few years. Like the week before A1, I literally tipped over in a turn and broke my hand, and I'm just like, man. And then I like halfway through the season, I was like feeling all right. And I was like, okay, I'll come in, finish the second half. And then I ended up just getting like a sickness, and I was just really tired and couldn't even make it through a heat race. So then I just sat that out and got that figured out for outdoors and kind of just regrouped. But yeah, I mean, the injuries that I've had the past 2 years haven't been ideal, especially just being before Supercross and just missing out the past 2 years in Supercross, which kind of sucked.
When you say that, and I don't want to get into your medical stuff, but was it overtraining? I know I hear a lot of that, guys. The guys, especially the guys like you that are on the cusp of really getting into the top of the pack fight, they just keep pushing themselves too far. Like what is it, the kind of stuff you're dealing with?
It was more of like it wasn't like anything from like overtraining or anything like that. It was more of like my body not working properly. So I had to
Gotcha.
Work with a doctor and get on the right supplements and, change my diet a bit for what my body needs. And then a couple months of that, and I was feeling way better and haven't had any issues. So
yeah, I think Derek Kelly was similar issues last year, having some things that he couldn't figure out and finally did. So yeah, it's just you just never know when the body's at its limit.
Well, yeah, when you're a professional athlete, pushing the limits every day.
Is there anything lingering with the wrist? How's that? Have you tried a wrist brace or no wrist brace?
Yeah. I mean, all last year, like during outdoors, I got a surgery every break that we had. So
Oh God.
yeah, I wasn't riding during the week at all. I was just racing on the weekends. And then I was wearing wrist braces for a while, and then kind of got to the point where it just wasn't getting any better, so I just took them off, and then kind of just let it do its own thing, and now it's came around, and it's been good. So
okay. I mentioned your results here towards the end of the season, and you've had, like you said it was up and down, right? So 6th overall at Washougal, 7th overall at Millville. I think Redbud would have probably been in that same area because you went 38.7, but I guess a rock got in your chain and derailed it, or broke the chain, or what happened there?
yeah, the left after the Rocco's leap, I just went into it, and somehow a rock went in between the chain and the counter sprocket and locked the bike up.
Oh, jeez.
And I mean, I think I was in 6th at that point. So
yeah.
Not a deal, but I mean, it's just little stuff like that that's been happening a few times this year. But I can't take away, like, I was riding really well. I qualified third that day. So, the speed was there. I came from 33rd to 7th, the second moto. So, probably would have been a pretty good day, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I think when you look at your results, I think you should be proud. I'm sure you are. That yes, there's been a few bad motos here and there and some bad overalls, but you are showing that you have speed to be a top 10 guy, and you're beating factory riders that I'm sure are making a lot more money than you. And dude, it's impressive, man. I that's why I've been trying to get you on the show and trying to get a hold of you, because I think your riding's really good, and it's just it's cool seeing your name pop up. You may not get a lot of TV time, but when I see your name scroll through there in the top 10, I'm like, hell yeah. So just keep plugging along, dude. I think you're gonna close out the season really strong. And again, nothing against Bar X, but I mean, maybe something pops up that where you can get a little more money, or who knows, but or even if not, you stay at Bar X and still get a top 10. I think that's a really good goal, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I've just been here for so long. It's it's kind of just like a family over here. And I mean, now that we're on the Yamaha, obviously have a good platform, and I think our bike is really good. Obviously me and my teammates have got some good starts, so I don't think we're down on power or anything like that. So yeah, it's been good.
Yeah, clearly not. Yeah, well, then stay there then, man. And it's a good opportunity. And yeah, I didn't look. That's on me. I should have looked. You're in 11th overall in points. I don't know how far out of 10th you are, but dude, there's 3 races left, I think. So yeah, let's kick some ass these last few races and get in that top 10.
Yep. That's the goal.
Well, Dylan, thank you for jumping on here tonight for a little bit, and we'll be definitely following you the rest of the season.
All right, sounds good, guys.
All right, thanks, man. See ya.
Yep,
Bye.
see ya.
Dylan Schwartz tonight, brought to you by Yamaha Motor USA. We got a couple segments we can jump into to finish this thing out, unless there's any topics that stand out you guys want to get to.
I was just laughing that Tay right now, Table Jam, is in the lead for the grill your ass off thing.
Well, we're one segment away.
I know.
We're going to do the T-Bolt USA top 5, and then we're doing grill your ass off, bring the heat. So whoever's in that top spot, but
you got to ship it to Australia.
Jesus, man.
What are you gonna do?
What the hell?
Grill your ass.
Jeez.
That won't. Don't worry, the chat will understand. Nobody will.
Nobody will ever give you a hard time.
Jason's a vet. Jason, who owns Grill Your Ass Off, he's a vet. He might say, "Screw Australia."
No, that's
I'm joking.
Yeah, I remember the Great Australian-American War.
Yeah, man, we don't like those guys. Yes, I'll ship it to frickin' Australia. Sure.
Hey, he's shipped. He's shipped us Tim Tams
and just put like the envelopes in an envelope, the little packets, and
just fold the box up
and ship it
and
as
it'll
mail.
fit in there.
He's shipped us Tim Tams.
Yeah, dude. You know what? Speaking of that, Moose, it's time for a new care package, buddy.
Just no Vegemite.
I'm off on them.
Yeah, no Vegemites.
That was so bad.
I'm trying not to be.
Tay was trying to tell me like it's like butter and toast and like coffee or something like that. It's good.
Yeah. No. All right.
We tried that. We tried it with. Did we do butter on the toast when we did, or we just do toast?
I don't remember. Whatever it was disgusting. Okay, T-Bolt USA top 5. If you are a pit bike enthusiast and love shredding around on a CRF 110, a KLX 110, or whatever you have, you need T-Bolt USA. I don't know. I have no idea. It's better than You need TVoltUSA.com bookmarked on your web browser. T-Bolt USA is a pit bike supply site that is everything you need for your pit bike. You can find handlebar kits featuring BBR and Pro Taper bars, D&M shocks, and even full bikes from YCF, Pitster Pro, and Piranha. T-Bolt USA has it all. They even have stuff for the Chinese bikes that are so difficult to find. You'll find pit bikes, engine, and parts at TVoltUSA.com. All right, the TVoltUSA.com top 5 this week is movies that should have been one and done. So why the hell did you make that sequel? Scotty, go first.
Alrighty.
I don't have a list, but I have a couple and honorable mentions. Is that what you're going to say?
I have a list.
Oh, okay. I just used to what you normally say.
Yeah.
I was like, are you for real? Then when you said it was him, I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
No, I've been better about having a list.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead.
Avatar. The second one was just mostly just CGI. It was like
it was not as good. I agree.
Yeah.
Wait. The first one was almost all CGI.
I mean, I get that it's mostly CGI, but like
movie. Go ahead. Sorry.
My point is that like the first one was like the story of him like becoming the Avatar. Yeah. Okay. Anyways,
I got you. The second one kind of felt pointless, almost, just to make another one.
Joe Dirt.
I didn't know there was a second one.
Yeah. Don't go watch it. It was god awful.
I bet Amber knows all. Like those are the kind of movies she loves.
I love Joe Dirt. It's so good. Dumb and Dumber. Dumb and Dumber 2 was
I don't
terrible.
think I've ever seen that one.
Never seen it.
The second one.
Yeah, it was terrible. Well, they did one where it was like a prequel with like different actors. That one sucked too. But then they like actually did another Dumb and Dumber, and it was bad too.
Okay.
I haven't even watched it, and I don't plan to because it just came out on Friday, and it's been getting bashed as Happy Gilmore 2.
That's really good.
Okay, so
I don't think I'm gonna watch it.
I'm gonna interrupt you just for a second, as I do.
That's it. I say
I almost put it on my list. I caught the last 40 minutes of it because Amber and her girls were watching it, and I didn't think it was funny at all. I didn't laugh one single time. It felt like they were just forcing the old jokes again.
Yeah.
But I've seen nothing but positive reviews out of it from everybody that I know loves it.
I'm not going to say I love it. It was a very good sequel.
You must not be on Instagram because Instagram was tearing it apart.
Yeah, it's mostly my friends on Facebook that keep saying, I watched it and it was good.
They're honestly not capable of making movies like they did in the 90s. It just doesn't.
But see, here's the thing. I don't find those movies funny anymore. Like if I watch Happy Gilmore or...
The first Happy Gilmore still holds up.
It's my favorite movie of his.
Yeah.
But I don't love him like I did in the 90s. It's
I like Mr. Deeds.
Mr. Deeds was
anyway,
good.
Continue your list. I'm sorry.
And then the ones that they just keep making like too many of, like Air Buds or Sharknado.
Wait,
or
what was the first one? Oh, Air
Bud. Where they just like I think they still make stuff like that where they just keep continuing like. You know what were actually funny when I was growing up was the Ernest movies.
I hated those.
I was a little kid though. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was fine.
You want to do yours?
Sure. Zoolander 2.
Okay.
I only got like 4 of them. Independence Day 2.
Okay.
Which was just...
I never saw it. Was it bad?
It was just... there's no reason for it.
I'm changing my 5th one.
What was it?
Twisters. That was terrible.
Most of these sequels that you're talking about, you guys have talked about so far.
You're doing yourself a favor. Yeah. Don't go watch them.
Coming to America.
Yeah,
that was like, come on, like that was a money grab one. I don't feel like the Adam Sandler's one was. Eddie was in that, right? Yeah,
and then he just did Beverly Hills Cop 2 a couple years ago. That was terrible.
Was it
or
bad
3?
Too? Was
Beverly
it
Hills
bad?
Cop 3? Yeah, I watched like.
And the number 1 movie that should have never been made.
I know what you're gonna say.
What do you think it is?
I think you're gonna just. Is it what you said before the show started to mess with me? Oh
no.
Okay.
No. None of those should have been made. Caddyshack 2.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
I never saw it. Was it really that bad?
It was a full-on money grab. It didn't even have any of the people in it. It was just
the first Caddyshack is great.
Yeah, the first Caddyshack is amazing.
All right, my list is way better. Clerks. Okay. Clerks 2 should have never been made.
No, Clerks 1 should have never been made.
That's one of the best movies of all time.
No, Clerks 2 is better. 100%.
You're an idiot.
It's so much. Don't play it. It's so much better.
Clerks is so classic.
Clerks 2 is
lame.
Hilarious.
That tells me all I need to know about you.
I need to go watch those. I've only seen like pieces.
You're the guy that didn't like Ozzy.
It's not that I didn't like him. I just didn't ever listen.
Clerks 1 is amazing.
Clerks 1's fine. It's a fine prequel.
The Crow should have never been another one.
Yeah,
never seen that.
The first one with Brandon
Lee. Oh.
Jaws should have been the only. No more. Jaws 2, Jaws Revenge,
saw the
Jaws
second
3D.
ones.
Should never been. Speed.
I never.
I didn't even know. I was looking at a list of bad sequels. I didn't even know they made
you
a
were
Speed
cheating.
2.
You couldn't think of your own list.
I didn't use hard. I didn't use any of them that I saw on that
Speed
list.
2 was like on a ship. And Keanu,
Oh, I didn't even know that they made
Was
that.
Keanu in it?
Keanu was not in it. Just Sandra. Grease.
I never. Wait, like Grease?
Grease 2.
There was like, isn't that a musical?
Yeah.
I can't stand musicals.
They should have never made the first one. I never
first one's
seen
good.
it.
I put that on my list and I was like, you know what though? As a little kid, I had such a big crush on Michelle Pfeiffer in Grease 2. And she sang the song called Cool Rider.
I'm still not.
And I was in love with her, but then the movie
should
was
stop.
terrible. It was just she was hot. Boondock Saints did not need a second one. The first one was amazing. The second one was terrible.
I think that isn't that the way the Mr. Pink?
No, that's that's Tarantino and that Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs is good.
Yeah.
Dude, like I remember like when I was like a teenager, like 18, 19, everybody talked about like how great Boondock Saints was, and like I think
so good.
I didn't
I like the
it.
cartoon Boondocks.
That's cool. No,
I love Boondock Saints, but I bought the second Boondock Saints on Blu-ray. Going, I can't wait! I can't wait! It was terrible.
It wasn't.
It was basically the same movie.
It.
Well, it doesn't
I got
surprise
a
me.
movie story at the end to tell y'all.
Go ahead, because I think that's my list. Yeah.
So you were talking about Speed.
Yes.
There was a movie that was kind of the same kind of a deal with like
Not the drug TJ.
like a terrorist about it was called like a Blown Away.
Okay.
Remember that movie? He was like a mad bomber. He was mailing bombs to people, and so my dad and I were going to watch it. We used to Blockbuster movies all the time and go pick them up. And my dad went and picked it up. We started watching it, and it was like nothing but like sex scenes. And my dad's like, "Cover your eyes, son." I was little. We were like, I was like, and then all of a sudden he realized he rented the movie Blow instead of Blown Away.
Oh, Blow's about drugs.
Drugs and stuff like that. But there was like all this sex scenes and all these things.
There's not a lot of sex scenes in Blow.
I mean, I was a little kid. I just
seemed
remember
like a lot. Yeah.
My dad was like, "What are we watching?"
No, Blow came out in 01.
No, this is an older movie.
I don't know what Blow. You talking about the movie with Johnny
Maybe
Depp?
it was a sex movie called Blow.
I don't know. Maybe. My dad was like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
No, are you talking about the Johnny Depp movie about
I don't think that's what he's talking about.
No, that
I
movie
don't
was
know.
that movie was made in like 2001.
Yeah.
I just know my dad went to go buy
Like George Chung.
watch a movie, and it was something. That's what my memory says. But
It wasn't. No, Blow. You were how old were you in 2001? Like 20 something.
Yeah. Go
All
ahead.
right.
Sorry,
We're irritating Dark Side.
sorry.
Let him continue.
We're just talking like this.
Talking on a podcast.
I
Yeah.
didn't mean to do that.
Why do you guys try to talk so much on a podcast?
Yeah, I know. What the hell's wrong
I
with
don't
this?
know,
show.
man. I don't get it.
Short show.
Real quick, before we get to the grill your ass off, bring the heat. Some Loretta's. I didn't look at results for today. I haven't had time. I do want to shout out our boy Turd for winning a moto yesterday in the 125C. My good friend Michael Dean Gage got 15th and plus 45 yesterday, running my number. Actually, he ran my number in honor of me. That was nice of him.
In honor of you.
Actually, he ran 33 because he couldn't get 333, but he did it for me. That's kind of cool. Michael Keating got 22nd, I think.
Michael got 7th and 50 and 27th and 45.
Well, I've got him at 15th yesterday and 45.
I'm looking at.
All right. Well, maybe I looked at the results wrong then. All right. That's today or yesterday?
They've only done one moto so far.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. Well, I don't know what I saw then. Well, that's fine. I
don't think he raced today.
What do you get? What do you get? Plus 50?
7th.
Okay, that I had, and Keating got 9th.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I pulled up plus 45, and that's what I thought I saw. And Aiden yesterday got 2nd in 250. I trust you. I'm sure I looked at it wrong. So shout out to Aiden.
Yeah,
Kiefer.
Aiden was. I wasn't expecting him to be like riding that. He was in the 250B. He was riding really well. He was actually trying to get into 3rd or 2nd, and then went down. I think they were running scoops for the start, and he.
You could run a scoop on that whole track. The whole track.
Yeah, but the faces were getting kind of
scoops. You just got, and they keep you from hitting trees.
Well, he like slid out like off the side of a jump. So did Carson Wood too. He hit the finish line tower.
Jesus.
Chase is blowing up our chat. I mean, he's not here, so I don't know if we should pay any attention to him. But he said the last 40 minutes of Happy Gilmore, I guess, ruined it, and Boondock Saints doesn't really hold up to him. So now I'm going to watch Boondock Saints. Yeah, I try. This is fine. Go ahead.
Anyway, so what are you? So are you done with the people's results and stuff like that?
That's all I'd made notes of. Just a couple of my buddies or people that I was concerned with. I didn't look today.
Heard about, or any of the stuff about people like Slowey getting kicked out and all that kind of stuff?
I've seen what was on social. I don't know any details.
Yeah, you don't know him at all.
No,
or anything?
I don't know him.
I don't know him either. I've seen some of his stuff. He seems like a good dude. Like he doesn't seem like some other people who kind of start shit on purpose. I'm not saying.
I just don't know enough about him to know.
Yeah.
So I can't say.
So weird.
I don't know the details of what really happened. I mean, I'm hearing sides and people getting mad and blah, blah, blah.
He videotaped it and he videoed the whole thing.
Yeah, I think I did see them asking him to leave.
And showed the letter they gave him, which was so it was like, we can't think of anything right off the top of our head, but just put all this stuff down.
Gotcha.
I don't know. It was weird.
It's hard to talk about something like that when you don't have both sides.
Right.
You don't know what really happened. I've said before, because you've defended certain people or certain situations, like, look, if I own a product and you come to my product, you want to be there, but you talk massive shit on it, it's my product. If I want to say, hey, don't come here. And I don't know if this is the same situation, because somebody said Slowey wasn't talking trash. I'm just saying, if you do something that I don't like at my product, I mean, I feel like I do have a right to say, don't come to my product, buddy. I mean, I don't know. I just don't know enough. You don't see everybody getting kicked out, right? So there's a reason that they feel they have, whether it's legit or not. It's their race, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I see what you're saying, except for in professional sports, unless you're doing something like if someone's out there posting pictures of the moto girls trying to, or just doing things that are fully inappropriate. But if they're saying stuff you don't like, I think if that's what happened,
go ahead.
Then it makes it does, to me, in my opinion, it looks really bad for MX Sports to do that, because it almost gives credence to the people who complain.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Chase just texted that Cade Johnson, our guy. Cade got a third.
Say that.
Did he get 7th yesterday?
Yeah, he got 7th. So far he's gone 7-3. I think maybe he's done another race.
Okay.
Oh, the kid's so cool.
Well, let's move on. Grill your ass off. Bring the heat. Do you love to grill and cook, TJ?
I do.
Grill Your Ass Off is a veteran-owned, seasoned company that manufactures some of the best flavors this great country has ever known. Every Grill Your Ass Off item is labeled with a military or first responder theme and is made in Texas with pride. Each product sold proudly supports a true nonprofit organization or event as well, whether you're grilling up some chicken breast, baking pork chops, or boiling shrimp. Grill Your Ass Off has seasoning for the occasion. Visit grillyourassoff.com and use promo code DarksideMX3, all caps, to save 20%. Dude, 20% off on some of the best seasoning you've ever tried. Try it. Order some. Use my code. You can get the habanero barbecue sauce, some ranch dip. They have jerky, lime beer salt. This is just in addition to the different seasonings. Donkey Dong pickles and Donkey Balls habanero stuffed olives. I'm out on that. But if you like stuffed olives or pickles,
I like blue cheese stuffed olives.
Okay. I have this is habanero stuffed olives.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Okay. There's a lot of stuff on Grill Your Ass Off that's not even on this list. Use my code. You have one, so let's get into yours, because I actually didn't come up with one.
Well, I was going to say, we were at, Cade went 7-3 in 250 Pro Sport so far, and then got 4th in the First Moto Open Pro Sport.
Okay, good for Cade. Yeah,
Cade, yeah,
good job, Cade. Tyler, Texas area.
Yeah, so my Bring the Heat for Grill Your Ass Off this week is, I know that most...
What?
You're muting me?
What? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, yeah? You're going to start talking again, and then you're going to mute me again? Clever girl. Yeah.
I sounded like it earlier.
Yeah, you just take the camera off of him.
Yeah, I did. It's not even on him. It's on us.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
He acts like he doesn't like his basement on camera.
Why?
No, I really don't.
Not talking about,
because he's going to mute me anyways, so it doesn't even matter.
I mean, I'm going to mute you if you don't get to the point.
Now I just want to keep rambling just to piss him off.
Now I forgot mine.
You're taking way too long.
I'm going to keep doing it too.
All right, we can move on to FX.
Okay, no. So if you ask for somebody's help and they say yes, and you say, actually, you know what? Like, I think we'll be okay. I don't really need your help. Enjoy your day off. is what I heard.
Damn sure. Yeah, that's what you heard.
That's not
Well,
anything
because
we
that
said.
was my only day off last week was Sunday.
I didn't want you to enjoy your day off. I'll tell you that right now.
That's
Yeah.
100%.
So you said actually I don't think and I agreed that 4 people standing around here I probably would have just been more distracting than anything because would have been talking shit and just
You
making
coulda
me
at least
mad.
done some-
And I could have
some
maybe done
painting.
something, and I did end up coming and helping later on. That's not the point. Point is, that was you're such a chick move to say no, it's fine, don't come, and then the next day get upset when the said person doesn't come. Oh, it sure would be nice if you were here.
Okay.
Now I get it. Most of it's like busting balls. We're having a
All
good time,
busting balls.
but still,
100% busting
But
balls. I
it's-
wasn't upset at all.
Hey,
Yeah, it's
you're
still-
right. You were able to make him cry.
I'm not crying.
He takes the joke so serious. And then he goes, oh, you do too.
You do.
I don't. I really don't.
You don't get flustered.
Oh, I definitely get flustered. I don't get upset
Frustrated?
about you making fun of me, though.
Frustrated.
Like when you make fun of me, I usually say you're right, actually.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. Like
No, you weren't needed.
yeah.
What's going on?
I know it wasn't needed. That's why I didn't show up.
But it was like I sent you a
So
photo.
you can't
of
bust my balls on that.
Yeah, you can. It's funny.
No,
it's not
not.
serious.
You're
It's,
retarded.
it's not serious. It's funny. We're making jokes.
Yeah,
That's
you
why I
guys-
sent you pictures of us eating lunch together without you. Just
I
to
was
Yeah.
mess
lonely
with
without you.
But you make it seem like, oh, well, like you're an asshole
No,
for not
that's
showing
how
up.
you take it because you get
You-
butthurt.
I think you said you're an asshole for not helping. Like, I guess you hate the
No,
show.
it's not.
And then then on Monday I didn't text back for like 20 minutes, and y'all were like, I guess Scotty quit the show.
Okay, 2 things. TJ,
Uh,
if you didn't come that weekend and I'm making fun of you or saying, oh, way to go, TJ, way to show up, are you going to take that as me being mad or like I'm messing with you?
I guess obviously I'm going to take it as you're just messing with me because that's what you were doing.
Absolutely. Anybody else
but the
would know
difference
it
is-
was a joke. I wasn't serious.
The
If I
difference
was
is-
legitimately mad, I would have waited till tonight and talked to you about it.
Yeah.
But there was no reason for me to be mad.
I get at the same time though, like I understand that we're busting balls, and that's kind of my response is to like
to cry.
No, not to cry, but to like call you out on the busting balls because there's no reason for you to bust my balls.
It's just made up stuff. It's made up.
Yeah.
It's made up. I'm
No,
busting balls and made up.
that comes from somewhere.
No, it comes from people. Just stop talking tonight.
Just because you and the things you say come from somewhere doesn't mean
Yeah.
that his does.
Because
Okay,
you did.
whatever.
You came here last night and we're here for 3 or 4 hours.
Did he bust your balls while you were here?
No.
No.
Yeah.
No, he was
But
he
I
was
think
he was
I
just
think
running
I
around
busted
flustered like,
your-
oh, this goes here and then I need this. Where does it? Oh, I got some ties over here. Where did this go? That kind of thing.
I don't know.
I'm fairly certain I busted you and Chase for not being here.
Not at all.
Oh, okay, cool, great,
Yeah.
great.
You actually
just
did.
me.
Now,
I feel
the text
targeted.
Yesterday, you said you didn't answer for 30 minutes. I texted you at 8:30 a.m.
Yeah,
I think
so-
you
Yeah.
responded at like 4 p.m.
Yeah, I was at work all day.
I needed to know when you were going to be at my house.
I told you that like
after work. I don't know when you get off work.
yes you do.
No, I don't know that it's the same. I told Amber probably the same time as on a show night, but I don't know that for sure.
Then just go with that.
I had other things to do and go. I
Hey.
needed to work my schedule
What's yours?
around.
What's your?
I actually don't have one. I didn't think to. I couldn't think of anything because I'm not upset about anything.
about
ever.
anything.
It's always the same shit. People in the way. Light turns green, but they wait.
Oh, you
Why?
drive like an asshole.
You say that. That's ridiculous.
I'll probably second. He's very impatient.
Oh, again, I have admitted that 1,000 times.
Yeah, I know.
So
That's good. That's the first step to a
It's the
problem.
first step.
okay, you know what? I'll admit again. You are right. Sometimes I do drive like an a-hole. That day, I definitely was not, in my opinion. And now in the Home Depot parking lot, yeah, I was.
Dude, that was
Bro,
that dude was in the wrong, but that you were like extra in the wrong because what if an old lady was walking out in front of him?
after I made that reaction where I zipped around him,
Dude, like
it was messed up.
yeah.
100%. Again, not crying, not defending. Yes, you are correct. I screwed up but that dude was going like 3 miles an hour
All I know
all the way around the building.
All I know is I'm driving from now on.
And like, bro, I'm not riding with you. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, literally, he had to be like driving along, like, just looking at the plants and looking at the hours on the door. Dude, there are people behind you.
fully says one word at a time. Would you all stop fighting?
Fully, this is what we do, man.
Yeah.
And
this
I'm
is
not.
part of the
And
show.
I'm not in this.
We're not really fighting, but the top 5 for sure is us bickering And I find it funny.
I like it. I enjoy
It's
it.
my favorite part of the show.
I'm so chill. I don't ever get in arguments.
Yeah, it's
He
kind of
needs to like either like smoke some weed or do some shrooms or something. Like he needs something.
Maybe we do argue too much on the show, but I like it.
We should do a show on shrooms.
All right.
We ain't got vital to answer.
He couldn't handle. No, dude, he
I don't
couldn't
do
handle
this.
it.
That's not me, man. We don't have a race next week, so there's no FXR picks. But obviously, we want to do our FXR read because we love the guys at FXR.
Dude, that gear is so sick.
Yeah, you guys are lucky. You got some gear. You're welcome from me.
Yeah.
So you want to say thank you? No.
Yeah, we already said thank you.
We said thank you to
again.
FXR.
Yes, thank you, FXR.
But why did FXR send you gear?
Because they're nice people.
They like
because
us.
I asked Brad if he would.
Because Brad likes us.
I actually asked Andy as part of the deal. Can you give it? I said, I'll give you the rest of the year for free. Can you give my guy some gear? Because they never get anything. That's literally what I said in the text.
Thanks, Dark.
Yeah, maybe.
But you're right. I shouldn't. I'm just, again.
No, it's because they're fans of the show.
FXR
They watch
is
it. And
awesome,
they like.
and you're not
They
getting
don't watch
credit.
it because you're part of your show. They watch it for TJ and
They
Scotty
don't
and Garth.
watch it. They don't know
No,
what's
I know.
going on in the
I
show.
know. I know.
FXR is
See, I
designed
can
by
joke
racers
too.
for racers with industry-leading fit, finish, and performance. Progression is the name of the game with every new piece created. FXR, we push our brand to the next level to provide you with the best products possible. Used by Malcolm Stewart, Muck-Off FXR Club MX Yamaha, Mike Brown, Brock Tickle, Chris Kiefer, Benny Bloss, and many more. Everybody at the MotoXpod now. FXR has core motor roots, so visit fxrracing.com or go to your local dealership to see the complete 2025 line. Thank you, FXR. I want to thank Race Tech, Yamaha Motor USA, Guts Racing, X Brand, ETS Racing Fuels, T-Boat USA, Grill Your Ass Off, and coming soon. Can we say Psychera coming soon? Hopefully. Fully. Let's make this thing happen. Oh, by the way, speaking of fully.
He said if y'all quit fighting.
Oh, man, that's a tough. Do we have to completely stop fighting? Because that's not going to happen. I do want to give a shout out. Foley's mom made full remission from cancer. It was pretty gnarly earlier this year.
Yeah.
Pretty gnarly. And she's kicking butt and taking her life back. Foley was trying to, he's taking care of her. And she's like, I don't need you no more, buddy.
Yeah.
I got it. Give me my car back. I'm back, baby.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to have Brian Fullerton's mom back. And I know it's a load off him, man. It's got to be really scary having your mom sick and dealing with that. Anybody dealing with, honestly, any kind of disease or whatever. This is scary, man. So, really, really happy that she's back because it was really eating at Brian. That's a lot, to lose family like that. So we're really happy she's back and kicking some butt.
Yeah,
hopefully she's going to go out. Maybe she's going to get a new boyfriend. I don't know. Go see Tool. Dude, Brian, if your mom wants to go see Tool, let me know. Iron Maiden?
Yeah.
That'd be sick. No?
They still tour?
Nothing, JT? TJ?
Nothing.
Iron Maiden's still touring, yeah. I just saw them year before last, and
That'd be cool.
Yeah, they're still touring. One of the best shows I've ever seen. Okay. Thanks to our sponsors I just mentioned. Thanks to Jett Lawrence, Justin Starling, Dilan Schwartz. Thanks to you two donkeys. Thanks to our YouTube listeners. Did we pick the Grill Your Ass Off?
Oh, we did not. And
good job, guys.
Well, I was hold on. We did not say it, but I was watching it, and it's still that way. MX Nut 23 is in the lead.
Okay, MX Nut 23. If you actually want this Grill Your Ass Off,
he was talking about it.
Sampler, then you need to go to motoxpod.com. That contact button is either on the top right or top left. Send me a message. What's his?
Isn't that
MX Nut 23.
Pretty sure it's
Garrett
Garrett.
Roxley. That's not Garrett.
No, I don't think
Garrett.
so. It might be.
No.
Have that. Is it that guy MX Nut 23, right?
MX Nut 23.
Have him say right now what his email or give us something so I know it's him.
Yeah.
Have him answer like his first name.
He hasn't.
That's not going to help either.
In a minute. Yeah, he didn't want his first. Anyways,
I don't know I didn't think about this. Like, how do I know when
Garrett
we get
just
email?
jumped up to the top.
Well, it's too late, bro.
It's
Sorry, Garrett.
Too late. Yep.
MX Nut 23. Send me a message on contact form.
But MX Nut 23 was on there when this started.
Yeah.
I made a note. So.
But also, we're giving another packet away if you send an email with Grill Your Ass Off in the subject line. And that's for our audio listeners too. So we'll give that one a week so other people can hit us up, right? not just YouTube.
Yeah.
So-
Garrett Rockley is MX
Told
Nut
you.
23. Yeah, you're right. You're right. So it's
Okay.
Garrett Rockley.
All right. Well, too bad, Garrett. You don't get any. You went too much.
It's
No.
weird because it shows Garrett Rockley's name here.
Yeah, that's because that's his name.
That's
but
his name, but
his-
they.
Okay. Well,
profile,
Garrett,
yeah.
just I think you have my number. So, yeah. So text me your address again because I don't know if I still have it. I'll get it out.
He said he's recusing.
He's
his-
recusing himself.
Yeah.
So he's out.
So give it to somebody else.
Yeah, so that would be
Chase.
Annihilate Buds. Annihilate Your Buds would be the next one.
Okay. Annihilate your buds. Hit that contact form, motoxpod.com, and I will get this out to you in the next few days. Yeah, I think that's it. Anything else from you guys?
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope
Yep to the nope.
We should be back next week.
I won't
Diggs might be. Yeah, thank God you'll be gone.
Check out the
We're out.
website.